and you're all out of prayers. That's when we need refusal, surrender, refuse. When the world bleeds, we have to defend her. Defend! We have to defend her.
You think it could be an Elgato like driver issue?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Hello. We are live and here and really excited to start our show today. We are running into a little bit of technical difficulties. DMJoseG has some issues with his mic, and we're sorting that out. But while they're figuring that out, I'm going to go ahead and give our regular announcements so we can start the show very soon. The first thing I want to tell everybody about, hi, first, if you're watching, this is our wonderful Phandelver and Below campaign that's being put on and put together by the folks at Forgotten Adventures. They make amazing tokens, battle maps, and map assets, specifically FA_battle maps. You can find them over on Patreon, where they have all of the maps that we're going to be using are made by them, including a map that we might be seeing today that they have not yet released. We get early access to it. So it's really cool. They also, I want to show off, last week we saw some of our NPCs. They have a whole new pack of NPC tokens that they just came out with specifically for Phandelver. Some of these are based on character art straight from the book. And some of these are NPCs that the book gave zero description for, but we use some basic info about them, and we want to show those off. So yeah, I want to show these off because they're really cool. There's also something. So these are available over at the Forgotten Adventures Patreon. You can also find them over on their website. And I'm getting a message real quick. These are, I believe these are behind a paywall. Someone's mentioning to me. That's okay. But yeah, that's because we really, Forgotten Adventure is able to do this because of the support of their community. So yeah. Something else I have to show off is we got a incredible piece of fan art from one of the members of the Forgotten Adventures team. Drew this on their time that is just for them. They don't. This isn't something they were paid to do, but they felt really moved by this scene. It's a familiar one, but this was made by Levi, who I believe is in the chat right now, and Levi Gosa, and they make incredible art, and we're so thankful for this. I'm gonna show it off now because oh my god, huzzah!
Again.
That's so sweet.
Is this my legacy?
I love. There's also Levi kind of made a promise here. If you see on the bottom, it says 1 of 5. So I'm assuming they're hoping to get to all of you guys eventually. But yeah, this one's really cool. I'm just gonna zoom in on it.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, haunting.
So scary. This poor goblin. And we also have. Let me resize that again. We also have basically like a holographic version.
Sick.
Yeah, with the actual spell effect. And yeah, I was not expecting this at all. They messaged me this weekend sending me this, and I was like, oh my god. This poor goblin. They also gave me the art as a cutout. So if Penny should kill any more goblins, we can have that art pop up on screen with, a background.
Recurring bit.
I'm going to make a hit list.
Yeah. Very, very cool. So yeah. This absolutely insane, incredible art. Let's see. Let's just check a few things. We have an amazing show for you today. Real quick, how are we on the mic issues? Do we need like 10 minutes? Double checking? Okay. We just need a couple more minutes, so I'm going to go back to break for just 5 more minutes, see if we can figure this out, and then we will jump back into our show. We have an incredible show for you guys today, so just hang tight, and we'll be right back. Okay, let's see. 5 minutes. Okay, one moment. Hello, we are back, and we are ready to jump in. Thanks for being patient with us. So, the last time we played, you guys all encountered these Redbrand Ruffians, this gang of essentially thugs that have sort of hijacked the town of Phandalin. The mayor, who you guys met last week, the wonderful Harbin Wester, not the most helpful person, more of a bureaucrat, does, to your guys' knowledge, does make sure that the town runs appropriately, but not really equipped to deal with a band of essentially bandits and ruffians who are threatening his town. So after you guys had conflict with a bunch of them and you killed some of them, he warned you that they might, they might get very angry about this and stage a reprisal, and basically tasked you guys with dealing with it. You guys are now in the streets of Phandalin, having been told that, and you were also investigating into things, because right now what you're trying to do is find your missing friend, Gundren Rockseeker, along with his colleague, Iarno Albrecht, who was the wizard who was traveling with him and Sildar. But yeah, that's where we left off. Where do you guys want to begin?
How's everyone looking, health-wise?
I can manage.
Okay,
Yeah. I can manage.
Yeah.
I can manage as well. I'm on 3 health.
Oh, wait.
You guys want
Navarra
to take
did give lay
a
on
short
hands
rest?
on you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it was like for 5 or 6 health. I can't remember what it was last week.
I don't know. I think you said lay on hands, and then I either totally missed the number or I was waiting, and then the session
You're
was right
good.
after combat.
Yeah.
Never mind. I can totally manage. I'm good. I'm on 8 hit points now.
Okay. And if
So
you
many.
want to take a short rest, you
So
can. If you want to take a long rest at any point, you can as well. There may or may not be consequences for that.
Consequences. Oh, that's
May
fun.
or
Right,
may
right.
not.
This is great.
It's
no
up to
sleep?
you to take the risk.
Got it. Got it.
Gotta like keep watch overnight. We all sleep in sections.
It's true.
If some of us can take short rests and others can keep watch, Navarro will.
Okay, well, what did you guys find?
I got these, and I brandish my knitting needles.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
I'm gonna make some more crafts. I got more tools. Just all this
wonderful.
yarn in a giant bag.
Okay, well, that sounds so fun. What else did you guys find?
And we did
Anything
some
good?
browsing, but nothing super concrete. The man at the, I'm forgetting the name of the apothecary.
Tonics?
Oh,
Yeah. They have a flying broom. I don't know if anyone's interested in that, but
oh,
not much that caught our eye.
sounds
That was
quite fun.
Tumblewick Rollins, was the apothecary.
Thank you.
Okay.
There is a person by the name of Agatha. It seems to be collecting items. Sister Galeri. Garelli?
Really?
Yeah, Grelly.
Garelli. She is looking for her spell book, a book of sorts. If we can retrieve it back for her, I know that she would be grateful, but it seems that now, as I sort of like look back at the bodies of the Redbrand soldiers, we may have some more pressing items at hand.
Right. Sorry about that.
No, it's quite all right. Are you okay?
Aside from small cut on my leg. You know, is there? I'm fine. I'm fine. Totally fine. It was a misunderstanding turned altercation. Actually, no. It was a misunderstanding turned robbery turned altercation.
It's very unfortunate.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Navarra, do you, with your expertise in these sort of matters, do you have an idea as to roughly how many more we may be expecting later on today? Or at some point? Or what would be the course of action for someone like this to take? More from your strength background.
Oh, about those Red Guard
Redbrand?
assholes?
Yes.
Oh, that's what their name is? No. This seems to be something we stepped in, and now we might have to do a lot of work washing off. So I think that one, the one in the what was his name? Tumble something. He was also
Tumblewick.
afraid. Yes. Granted, he was mostly afraid of me, but he was afraid of even divulging a little bit of what they do. There is, in my expertise, this seems like we walked into a den, and whatever we do next needs to be calculated very carefully. Whoever we talk to, or even though they look over to Leo, even though what they did is complete, like our actions, I believe, still are warranted for that, because how dare they? The next steps we have to be careful about, because it could cost the town, us, and I don't think that mayor is really a person who gives two shits unless it pays well.
I know
Right.
he'd like to be rid of the Redbrands because it's money in his pocket that has to leave.
Yes.
But that's really just
And
all of his motivation.
mhm. I think if we're going to do anything else for today, it would be wise to try and see where they are, understand the numbers, and maybe if we can, find a couple brave souls who would lead the charge with us. If we need to, I don't know. We're in their den. Why don't we just go straight for it kind of move? I don't think I'm ready for that personally. I don't know you all well enough to lead that, or... And they look at Alo like, maybe. But I do know that if we just keep going without thinking about them, they're going to grow in numbers and surprise us.
Yes. You said there were over a dozen?
Isn't that what
Harbin Wester
What's his
did
name
tell you
said?
that there's a dozen, maybe more of them.
Okay.
But they are not in the city. They are outside the city, and then some of them are coming in.
It's sort of like what other people may have told you as well. It's sort of like they have shifts, so they're probably located close by or somewhere in town, and then there's a group of them that'll come in, cause trouble, drink, things like that, and then head off, and then a new group comes. So they seem to be acting as if they're guarding the town.
Right.
the new group goes off without checking in with the old, like, no, sorry, the old
They
group
usually
goes off
they
without checking
usually
with the new?
like cross paths at some point,
Ah, gotcha.
which is probably why they're kind of worried that there's going to be a reprisal if these guys new group comes in, finds all their colleagues dead.
Is there many ways to enter the city, or is there just like the main road, or?
Doesn't look like
one
we have a
moment.
wall.
Let's look at the
Yeah.
battle map. So
How many walls,
There
George?
is the wall of the town is very old. It actually predates everyone who lives here. This wall was Leo would probably have told you at some point that this wall was built sometime around the period of dwarves and gnomes when they sort of ruled over this land with humans. So it's very old. How old is that exactly, Leo?
The 10th century, I believe, is
about
age of dwarves and gnomes.
Yeah, about 300 to 400 years old. That said, there are two main routes into town. This road right here and this road right here. One leads, this one up here leads into the mountains. This one leads to the Tribor Trail, I believe. Let me just double check that real quick. And yeah, here we go. Yeah, it leads to the Tribor Trail. So, yeah. But this is the whole scope of the town.
Okay.
Okay.
You gotta figure out where they are.
Mm-hmm.
We could ask the barkeep.
Let's do that. Let's do a little bit of information gathering, because the more we know. And they'll kind of like look to Leo like as if just like, right, you're the one who reads. Like,
I don't know if he'll like me because I think he heard that I suggested that we burn the bar down. But like,
did.
it was...
maybe we can have you wait outside. And
Okay.
then, yeah.
Probably for the best, yes. Okay.
Also, I'm not good at, Anyway, I shouldn't be the one talking, so I'm gonna... And then, like, Navarra just uses her, like, glaive to, like, literally, like, a ski pole to, like, move right back next to Penny.
Do I know the barkeep at all?
You probably heard of him. This has
Don't
been
frequent
like
this
a
bar.
rough establishment, but you know his name is Greska. He's a half-orc.
Greska. Okay. Greska. Okay, well. Would anyone else like to come in?
I'll join you if you need
Okay.
backup.
Wonderful.
Okay, you guys enter the tavern. That
Or,
brings you in here.
or
I'd like to, if possible, this building has a roof, but like not necessarily connected to like another person's private building. Like it's just sort of one singular one.
This building has, it is just a one-floor building. Next door to it, there is a small building over there. Yes.
Okay.
And there's also
you
a
think
building in the back.
Do you think it is difficult and even a good idea to have like or actually, do you think it's even possible for me to get up to the roof so that I could have some like view of the city? Is this like tall enough, or should I even bother?
It'll give you, I'll say, yeah, if you climb up, it gives you like a rough idea of, one moment, let me just put you,
could look for smoke. See
yeah,
if they have
it
any
gives you like a
campfires.
rough
Yeah.
idea of, anyone coming in this direction as you
Okay.
kind of keep a lookout.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay. And you guys are inside talking to Greska.
Hello, Greska.
He
Good
just
afternoon.
stare daggers at you.
Should we just cut to the chase? I mean, he probably heard everything outside, right?
Yeah,
Right.
I heard you, kill 4 of my customers?
Okay, well, they attacked me.
Uh-huh.
Indeed.
You gonna
I
cover
ran
their
away.
tabs?
How much?
6 gold.
Okay, here's 7.
Alright, what can I do for you?
Well, we were actually hoping to learn a bit more about your customers. Do you know where they hail from and where they stay?
I know they got some kind of base outside of town. They talk a lot about the they call it like they refer to it as like the house or the place, but I know they also mentioned some jackass known as the Glass Staff.
Glass. Do I recognize that?
Give me like an insight check.
Oh, 7.
You have no idea.
Okay. Glass stuff. Okay. Do you know where outside of town they stay?
No,
North,
I
south?
don't. No, and to be honest, I'm not exactly thrilled to be telling you where the rest of my customers sleep, considering.
Well, it's either that, or they come back here and they burn down the entire town, and then you have no customers.
They might
Indeed.
burn down the rest
no
of the
bar.
town. First of all, most of the people here prefer the Stonehill Inn. All right, I get it. I'm scary because I'm an orc and I'm new here, but
No.
Wait.
I'm
No.
so. I don't know. It's not that. It's honestly the Redbrands. They scare everyone.
make a
Surely they've been
persuasion
giving
check.
people problems.
Oh
And you can do
Can
so
I
with
help on that?
advantage. Yeah, because
Oh.
Alu's helping.
First one's a 13. It was almost nat 20. I'm glad it's an advantage because the other was nat 1.
Okay.
13.
Give me one sec. Let me just check something real quick.
I'm saying this so earnestly. I'm not trying to like fib at all. I promise. Leo truly believes this.
Okay. Tell you what. Maybe you spread a good word around town. I can tell you what I've heard.
Of course.
Sure. And could I get a flagon of ale, actually, while we're
I
talking?
was going to ask the same.
Let me buy you a drink.
I'll
Leo.
sit down. Thank you.
Mark off like 2 silver. And he'll pour you guys drinks as you guys take a sit at the bar. All right, so what I know, they're not far out of town. They gotta be like, wasn't there like that like run-down shack by the river?
Yes.
Heard of it?
Alu, yes, you recognize it 'cause that's where you and Valandor live. It might be like there, for example, or
Okay. Heard there's a couple folks out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tales of, yeah.
wherever it is. It's got probably like a big basement because they talk about being underground sometimes.
Basement.
Interesting.
Could they be anywhere in town? Do you think, or is it truly just out?
I mean,
of town?
Technically it could be in town, but it's got to be at least like 10 minutes walk,
Okay.
given how they come back and forth, you know.
Right.
Give me you can do history if you want.
Yeah. Love to do this. Harry!
Listen, the curse has to have run off at this point.
That one.
You think long and hard about it, but when they say basement, I mean, you've heard of some people's houses having crazy basements. For those who don't know, the world of the Sword Coast and Faerun is sort of like the whole world is made of Swiss cheese. There's a bunch of pockets in it from ruins and, you know, temples and very fancy buildings from back in the day, you know, over thousands of years of history. So pretty much anywhere you dig, there's a chance that you're going to find ruins. It's actually very similar to the in Greece. They can't build subways because if they build subways, every time they dig, they end up finding some kind of ancient ruin. That's basically Faerun.
Does my home have a basement?
No, actually, yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, yours does.
Oh,
Yours does.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said
Nah,
no,
just
and I
look for
remembered.
rats.
Yes, it does.
I might need to go check my house for rats just in case.
Just all of them hanging out underneath Neo and Penny's place. Yeah.
Shh, be quiet.
They're right above us. Okay. Okay, so about 10 minutes from town. That's wonderful. Do you
Give
think
me
they
a
could be near?
perception check, Valandor.
Oh,
Okay.
Are you currently on the roof right now, or?
Yeah. 10.
10. Yeah, you're keeping a lookout. It looks like everything's safe from where you're at.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, it looks fairly safe.
All good, guys.
thanks, buddy.
Keep talking. Totally fine.
Okay. Do you think they could be towards the map?
Towards the mountains?
Mm.
No. I doubt it anyway.
Okay.
They just don't seem
So-
like the type that would survive up there.
Right. That's a good point. Okay.
Do they have any friends in town, or are they bullying everyone?
I mean, I'm sure they've made plenty of enemies.
So we've heard.
Indeed,
Okay.
might be helpful to find some numbers to add to this.
Right. Okay. Is there anything else you've heard? Do you know which ones of them are more or less in charge? Or do they have a hierarchy?
Like I said,
Anything?
the way they talk, it seems like whoever this glass staff is runs everything.
Okay. Stuff.
I also think they may have taken some prisoners recently.
What?
They talked about this. They talked about this nag that they brought back to their place and how they were hollering. You guys, you heard about the Theldrendrar?
Yes.
Yeah. He furrows his brow and thinks about it. Actually, I think I should say she. I believe Greska's a woman. She furrows her brow and thinks about it. You guys were told last week that Theldrendrar was the local woodcarver. They were killed by the ruffians, and since then his wife, daughter, and son have gone missing.
Okay. Well, hopefully they're still alive. If we get them, that would be
I didn't hear them say otherwise, but
okay. Oh, jeez. Okay.
This does not bode well.
No. No, not at all. I feel like that solidifies that we do need to take care of this now.
I agree. We should tell the others.
Yes.
Um,
Okay.
I think Alu will just like down his pint and nod his head. Thank you for the drink and information.
come back anytime.
Finish my
course.
drink. Thank you, Greska. Your
Nice.
marketing strategy, I'm thinking about it. I'm on it. I will spread a good word around town.
They give you a
Promise.
nod as they start cleaning the table of all of these people's stuff as you guys head out the door.
Is there anything on the table, like of their stuff, that would be of note or of interest, actually?
Give
That they would have
me
left kind of in a rush?
perception check.
Uh, 16.
16. You do see a fairly old bottle that's there. It looks like it's been like mostly drank, but it looks like a very old vintage.
Did I buy this here?
No, I told them they weren't allowed to drink it inside, but they came here with it.
May I take it?
Sure.
Thank you.
Give me a history check.
Don't fail me now this time, please, 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 please. That's better! 21!
Yeah.
It
Hell yeah.
does look rather. It looks rather expensive. It also looks fairly old, maybe about 200, 300 years old. And inside, it doesn't look great. It's probably been sitting somewhere for a very long time. But as you look at it, you think it must have come from some place that had wealth.
Okay. Like 14th century?
No, some place at one time that had wealth.
Okay.
Also, question: Did we go through the bodies for like clues or anything last week?
We should go through the
I
bodies.
think we
Yeah,
did.
they. Give me one moment.
I thought we did,
think-
but
think-
I
yeah.
didn't find anything.
Yeah,
I
just
think we did
coins.
like one or all of them.
Do you guys remember getting treasure last week?
I don't have anything written down.
Okay, one moment. Okay.
Unless I found 12 gold. Did I find some gold?
Yeah, some
Yeah.
gold.
That
think I
sounds
found some
about right.
gold.
That's
Yeah.
all you would have found on them, other
Yeah.
than like their basic weapons.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. Well, so,
They're all wearing leather armor, by the way, if any of you needs that kind of thing. But other than that,
not I.
Oh.
you're muted.
Is it obvious that y'all had a drink without us? No, I'm kidding.
Sure, you rolled Constitution saves on the on the beverage.
How quickly did we have
Navarre's
to
just
drink
like
this ale?
their eyes just like slowly like on okay.
Leo,
Do you
did you finish
smell
yours?
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll a con save.
Been a rough day. Oh, 7.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're gonna have disadvantage on dexterity checks, but advantage on charisma.
Hell yeah! I need that advantage.
Lee, are you okay? Why are you?
No, I'm
Did he
okay.
curse you? What happened? Why are you looking sick?
She looks flush.
Yeah, I know. I'm okay. I'm truly. It's been a long day. I haven't gotten a wink of sleep, and I'm just really done with these damn red brands. Okay, that's it. I promise.
You've been through a lot today.
It's been a long day.
We
Is
might
that
have
Yeah.
even more.
What are we doing next?
Well, we learned that these red brands may have kidnapped some people. The townsfolk that was killed in a fight. His family's gone missing. We learned of a glass leader?
Glass staff.
Glass staff.
That's who they
and-
answer to, apparently.
Indeed, and they have a base, perhaps a basement hideout or something or other. But
Yes. Perhaps. So, we know that they're about 10 minutes from town, because that's how long it takes for, the watchers to cycle through the bar. She doesn't think that they could be north near the mountains. She doesn't think that they could survive. So it's likely more southward or in a basement somewhere in town, which there are plenty of those here.
indeed,
Okay. So
But-
first thing we need to hide those. If that means 10 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. And then
And this might be in the middle of their watch. So we may have more time before the next one
Oh.
cycle through.
Where do we?
yeah,
put
I'll
them?
get started real quick just to get going. But Navarre's like pulling the bodies into like the bush and just like god. And then they're talking while they're like okay, this one just hauling them over. That glass whatever their leader.
The glass staff,
Are they-
yes.
Any of you who have worked with or seen any of these kind of groups, do they look like they would scatter if you were to take their leader?
It varies from group to group, I would say.
I would want to try and vie for leadership.
Yeah, they
I
very much seem.
Trying to find easy. Seem.
Oh, pardon me. I was just going to say that they very much seem like a group that is not interested in absolute peace. They're more concentrated on order. So if we were to remove a leader, yes, that could help, but maybe they might all just rally tighter and closer because of that. That damage that we would deal to them. So I think at the end of the day, we might be dealing with a sort of hydra. Cut one head, another one will take its place, and it'll just keep going and going until we put a stop to it.
Okay. Well,
How does one
we'll put
kill a
that in
hydra?
That's a good question. I don't know.
How does one kill a hydra again?
Hopefully it doesn't become important during this adventure.
Just a hydra in the middle of the city.
Note to self, add more hydras. Okay.
No,
I'm just joking.
I
I don't
remember
need to
that
make
no.
that
False
note.
fire.
The
not just my arsonist streak talking.
I'll say you have a few things that you guys are talking about doing. One, there's more information that you can get from in town if anyone wants to do like a carouse check. Basically go and mingle with people. You have these bodies that you're trying to hide. And do you guys need to take a short rest? Or does anyone want to take a short rest? Not all of you have to.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm okay for now.
Okay.
Navarra for sure will do a carouse check, possibly to see any like brave souls out there who's kind of pissed and like ready to like maybe stand up a little bit.
Go ahead and give me a charisma check.
Oh, come on, +2. Navarra really can't talk to people, I realize.
Yeah, and it's weird.
Leo has advantage.
Everywhere you go, people actually say nice things about the Redbrand Ruffians.
Oh, wow.
God.
Well, yeah, those guys are great.
Wait, what was the advantage?
Do I need to go around with you and also like I follow behind and like actually kick up a conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just a little bit tipsy. It's perfect.
Paul Spear Maiden, and then Leo just like, hi. So what you meant to say was.
Anger translator.
Anyone else want to do anything? It doesn't have to be
said,
just one person. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, maybe I'll look to Alucor and I'll just go. At this point, the city might be overrun with these Redbrand soldiers, so it might be best for us to split, gather as much information as we can, and then I don't know. I'll try and see if there was the Goblin Cave where we were just engaging with. There might be another underground passage that they might be using, either to hide themselves or to take some strategical advantage. I don't know.
The Goblin Cave, by the way, was a ways away, like a day's travel. Yeah.
Okay.
But if you want to make a survival check on your own to like scout the town, you can do that.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll just sort of leave Alucor to that and I'll go. So I will be back. And then yeah.
So I'm hanging out with Alucor.
Okay, Valandor, do a survival check. Anyone else have anything they want to do?
I'll just like travel like a house behind Navarra and just ask the same questions.
For damage control.
But like play damage control and try and do the same thing. But I'm just like seeing where she goes and I just follow.
Go ahead and give me a charisma check. You do have advantage.
First one's a 12 and second one is a 15.
People, every place you go to after Navarra and you start asking about Redbrands, they start spilling their guts to you, and they keep talking about how, like, oh my god, one was just here. I was so fucking scared. Reminder, Navarro wears red and is a scary person.
Oh, right.
Dude.
Stop. Wait.
You gotta change your colors.
Oh, you mean Oh, you her? She's not a Redbrand.
Are you
If you
sure?
see
She
her
had
around,
like
I-
she really felt like
I
like
promise
scared.
she's
Like I thought she was gonna
intimidating
tear my
and
throat out.
powerful, and she's beautiful, and she's
Well-
incredible. She is not. She's not one of them. I promise. It's just a very, very poor coincidence. I will go talk to her about perhaps finding a different color to wear. I promise. She's not a Redbrand, and you are completely safe. She's actually actively looking to take care of them and get them out of here. As am I, and my friends.
So that's what you're doing. What about Penny or Alucor? And Valandor, I'll get to you and your survival check in just a sec.
I have an idea.
I love ideas.
Not a bird one. It's fine. What George? You mentioned there's like a house. It's like a little bit outside of town. That's
Yeah.
like really run down.
Yeah.
What was that name again?
Tresendar Manor.
I'm gonna tug at Alucard. It's like, I don't. There's like a weird house outside. I'm not allowed to go there because I might walk on something and fall and no one's around. But
Yeah.
I mean, no one else goes there as well. So maybe it's like a little bit out and it's old.
It'd be worth checking out. Yeah.
Both of
You
you
might
want to
need
go
extra eyes though. Yeah. And like before they leave, I want to like ritual cast Find Familiar.
there? Okay.
Just have like an owl. So some extra eyes.
Nice. What does your owl look like?
Oh man, I wish I knew more about owls. I would say it is kind of like kind of cartoonish looking, but they'll have like these intricate white and black feathers, big green eyes and like black pupils. And it'll have like a very like a kind of like a songbirdy kind of hoot, which is kind of like a fluffy little fuzzy little guy.
Okay. Give me one moment. Okay, I will get that set up. But you create one of those, and you guys head to the manor. What are you hoping to do with your owl?
I think as I'm thinking as like Penny and Alu like approach the house, just kind of have the owl stand a little, or not stand, but fly a little bit like above us, so we kind of get like a aerial view because I can see through the owl's eyes.
Okay.
Kind of get a larger survey of the land.
Yeah, sounds good. One moment. Okay, so you're going off to do that. Okay. That puts us here. What you guys see as you approach, it's a pretty run-down looking house. By the way, this is the map from, this is a new map that they have not yet released from Forgotten Adventures. Thank you very much for making this, the maps team, putting this together for us. There we go. So yeah, you see the house, it's pretty run down. The roof's like caving in some spots. Let me just double check real quick. Yeah, the roof's like caving in some spots, but there are the front doors, which look like they're like barely staying open or like barely standing still.
Should we? Alu like looks to Penny.
Windows?
Windows. Yeah.
Windows.
Let's look for windows.
You look inside, and from this window, you can see the place is a wreck. The rooms, it looks like it was nice at one time, but it is trashed.
Can it check like at the front doorway if there are any like fresh footsteps or anything like that?
Yeah, give me a survival
Tracks?
check.
Okay. Survive. Nope, that's stealth. That's the wrong one.
It doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
It does. Are you sure? Because that's a nat one.
Yeah, I think it counts. The +3 will be 4, but yeah, so
Yeah.
that's a nat one.
You are looking, and as you are looking, you're like, oh, I found footprints, and you're like, they're leading. Oh, those are ours. Those are our footprints. Okay, right. Probably shouldn't have trudged through the path leading up here and waited till you got to the steps to check. But yeah, what do you guys want to do?
We can like look for more windows, but also you said it's trash, but is it like recently trashed? Like
No,
human
this place
people?
looks
no old trash.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some rocks over here. You have some difficulty climbing over, but you can see this wall's completely caved in. This looks like it was once a large dining room. And again, it's being like reclaimed by nature as vines start growing in through the walls. And give me a stealth check, Penny.
Ooh. Yay.
Uh-oh.
Normally I'd say at disadvantage, but I know that you're not stealthy as it is, I believe.
4.
4. So you come walking up this way, where you see a Redbrand ruffian and another guy, and they're talking. He's like, "Well, so wait, when do I get the Redbrands? Huh? I told you gotta earn them, okay?"
Can I just like drop to the ground?
I'm
I'm assuming I'm just like walking by. Da, 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 da. Shit.
You do that and actively yell shit. So with a 3 for your stealth check, what the fuck? And you hear guys coming. Roll initiative, please. And Alacor, roll initiative as well.
For sure.
You're so far away.
I'm so far away
I'm
from everybody.
so far away.
I thought this was
Okay.
gonna be.
Shit. I should have.
That's a 20.
1 second.
Oh my god, 19.
God. Nice. What's the range on your familiar, Alu?
In terms of sight or movement?
Sight, maybe like what? How far away can it be from you?
100 feet. It can be away
Okay.
from me.
Okay.
We should have waited until we
what
had
were
walked
the
into one of these.
initiatives
No
for
one
you
knows
guys?
we're here.
I had a unnatural 20.
A
I
natural
had
20. So what was the bonus
19.
on that?
Unnatural 20. 18
Oh,
plus
unnatural. Okay, got it. Update. All right, and what was yours, Penny?
19.
19. Very good. Okay, let's see if these guys do any better.
Please.
That's a 4. And that's an 18. But they both fail below your guys's. So, top of the round, Alacor, what would you like to do? You hear, who the fuck was that? And you hear like running. And again, you are on the other side of the house.
That's so fun. Yeah, I'm gonna start dashing over towards Penny, but I wonder if I could like look through the eyes of my owl. I'm assuming it'd be like up 30, maybe say like 30
Yeah,
feet above
you can
me.
see if you do that. Is it a bonus action to look into their eyes, or is it an action?
Let's see. Yeah, it's a bonus action.
All right, so you
I
bonus
can
action for a
communicate
moment,
telepathic.
and you can see Penny in the back, and you see a guy running out the back door.
Hate that. Yeah, I'm just gonna start sprinting over with
Do you want to go
Owl
around
in
or
tow.
through the house?
I'm gonna go around,
Okay.
not through that.
5, let's see, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gets you there. And you said you're dashing 35,
Mhm.
40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Puts you there, which you can just barely see Penny.
Okay.
So that is your turn. That brings us to Penny.
I'm leaving.
You just run.
They've already heard me. I say sorry, and then I just book it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 gets you there. Actually, I'm going to say gets you there because of the difficult terrain.
True. Yeah.
my
That's just your
gosh.
movement.
Oh god. Talking is free, right? Talking is free.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
what did you want to say?
I'll scream at Alucard. Should I go get help? Should I stay?
What did you see?
There's like 2 people in there. One of them is not dressed right.
Were they Redbrand?
Yes.
And you just saw the 2?
Yes. There could be more. There was shouting.
Okay.
What do you want to do as your action, Penny?
I take it as a dash, so at least I'm definitely behind Alucard. And if more of them appear, I'll just start running towards town to try and get everyone else.
You duck behind this corner, giving you partial cover. These guys going on to their turn run around 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gets them there. Hey, who the fuck are you?
Who are you? He says it in that tone, like not even yelling, just like, who are you? Like, as if he should be there.
15, 20, 25, 30. Gets him here. You see this one run out and levy a crossbow at you. Hey, we're asking the questions. What you doing poking your nose around here, huh?
We thought this was an abandoned building.
Yeah, well, it ain't. Make a deception check. You did think it was an abandoned building, but you are trying to play like coy.
Yeah, yikes. That's a 5. Ooh.
How would they handle this? I'm gonna say this one takes a full dash. Listen, you tell me what you know, all right? And they get up into your face. They're holding 2 axes at their side. The other one is gonna hold an action, and that brings us to your turn.
I would say Alec doesn't have his sabers out yet. How tall is this gentleman who's trying to get in his face?
This guy is about 5'10".
He says he's 5 or 6 foot.
No, that would be if he's 5'11". This guy says he's 5'11", almost 6 foot.
Yeah, 6 foot on the app, so
He rounds up.
Yeah.
6 foot on the orb. Alucor will just walk to him. I guess he didn't really have to walk to him, really. But he'll just stare at him. We thought this was a haunted house or an abandoned house. I'm not drawing my weapons. I could, if you want. But you two seem like you have business. Just pay us no mind. And they'll just have a very
You can choose
stern scowl on his
intimidation
face.
or persuasion.
I suck at both of them, but I'm gonna do intimidation.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah! It's broken! A good one.
He sizes you up and he sees the sabers at your hips. And he kind of looks you up and down. You don't fucking tell a single person about this place. You hear me?
You don't tell me what to do.
Fuck, I don't. And with that, he's going to make an attack at you, but he is afraid. So he's going to do so with disadvantage. Penny, you would have had a turn. Did you want to hold an action, or did you want to do something?
I am... Ooh. Okay, I will... I'm not going to run it to town. I think I'll hold Charm Person.
Okay.
Just using the action. If I see him do some damage, I'll try and attempt it. That's the only thing that I can think of. I like the fact that I'm in partial cover and I don't want to move too far, so I'm gonna just hang.
Okay, he's gonna attack with disadvantage because he is afraid of you. That is a 9 to hit.
That's gonna miss.
Do you respond at all?
Alu will peer back, just lean back a little bit and look towards Penny. He just swung at me.
I just poke my head around the corner. You don't want to do that. Don't you want to be nice?
And you're gonna cast Charm Person?
Cast Charm Person. Don't you want to be nice?
All right, so they have to make a charisma save or wisdom save.
It's wisdom.
Yep. Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
You want to be nice.
He made me nervous. He's an intimidating guy. You're an intimidating guy. He pats you on the shoulder.
Please. I don't mean to intimidate. It's just we were just perusing and it happened upon you two. It's just no harm.
Yeah, well, look, just don't tell anyone about the place because my boss would be upset if you found where our hideout was. So,
Of course. Between friends, though, this is the Redbrand Hideout, correct?
Yeah, no, we're downstairs.
Right. And your boss, the white staff.
The glass staff.
Glass
Are
staff.
you here for
Thank you.
recruitment?
Oh,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, sure. Just wanted to make sure we're at the right
Why
spot.
didn't you say so? We can get you
I
set
wave
up.
at the blue guy.
Guy like you can end up with a red cloak in no time.
Oh, and I appreciate that. I'll have to talk to my associates first, but I think we'll keep you in mind. You're just such a nice guy. I really appreciate this. Oh, actually, sorry. One more question.
Yeah.
How many of you are inside?
Like I don't know, like a dozen or so.
A dozen or so. Okay. And how well armed are you?
We can defend ourselves. I mean, we're pretty capable, right? And
Gotcha.
the bandit behind us is like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm gonna have him
Hi,
roll
sir.
an Arcana check to see if he can understand what's happening. He has
Are you here
0
for recruitment?
Arcana skill, so it's a flat roll. That is a
Let's
nat
go.
one. No,
Harry, you're off the hook.
the bugbear's got a bunch of weapons though. Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Those guys are fucking scary.
Where do they stay, the bugbear?
They're in the
Yeah.
base. They got sent there by the spider.
Oh, the base?
Spider.
Yeah,
Interesting.
We've heard of him. He's like really impressive.
yeah,
Indeed.
yeah. You heard of them?
Yeah. He we met some goblins of his. They were so nice.
So nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Penny
got
puts 'em to sleep.
goblins and bugbears and all sorts of creeps working for him.
Yeah.
We're sort of like the human arm of the operation. The glass staff will explain everything, though, once you come to orientation.
Orientation. Yeah,
Orientation.
when?
Interesting.
Yeah, no, I mean,
When's that?
whenever you're free, like come in and we'll give you a tour and all that.
You gotta go. You gotta commit.
Should I?
No.
We have some friends of ours. One of them already has a red cloak, so she'd be perfect.
Indeed.
Oh, well, there
Yes,
you go.
Very scary.
Yeah, super
Mhm.
scary.
Very menacing.
Cool. Yeah. No, that sounds good. But hey, sorry for the misunderstanding.
No problem.
Yeah, it's just kind of high tension lately, because
Oh, of course.
yeah.
Well,
What
but
happened?
one thing though, before you leave, if we do want to come back, is there like a secret passcode for a door or anything of that nature? Passwords.
Oh,
Just so they
yeah,
know.
no, there's one. He's gonna make an intelligence check because I don't know if he remembers this.
I'm still waving at the blue guy. It's like we're gonna be coworkers. This is so nice.
I haven't needed to use it, but I was told it's Illithon.
Elephant.
Illithon.
Illithon. It's like I don't know,
Illithon.
some elven thing. But Glassstaff was telling us about it. It was really important to not disturb things. I don't know.
Got it. Okay. Appreciate you, friend. That's
Yeah,
very
no
nice of
problem. Hey, take it easy, all right?
You too, of course. We should go, Penny. We'll be
Have
back.
a nice day.
Hey, you too. Nice seeing you.
Everyone.
Listen,
Are
He's
you really
walking
gonna
away.
work for
He's
them,
like,
or was
those
that a
fucking guys.
Dude.
I'm assuming you guys book it right away.
Yeah, book it.
We have about an hour until he realizes that we are not here for the orientation.
Okay.
Sounds
we
like a
have
plan.
to go.
Elsewhere.
you mean to tell me that cool guy that I was just talking to messed with my fucking head?
Nah, what?
Nah.
I mean, yeah, imminently he's gonna realize that he was fucked with. Elsewhere, Valandor, you believe you found a cave that might lead into the underside of this mountain. You don't realize you only kind of realize as you find it that it's connecting to Tressendor Manor. But you actually
one more time,
find
George, sorry?
goblin tracks that led into it.
Sorry, you mentioned it leads to what manor?
Tressendor, that's the place that they were just at.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, you are literally on the same map, but you wouldn't know from the distance you're at.
Got it. Okay. All right. Does it seem? I don't want to go poking too greedily. So I'm just going to take this information and I'll just probably head back.
Okay. You guys head back. We will put you guys out of combat. Okay. Elsewhere,
well.
Leo, you have managed to undo all of the harm that Navarra's done to her own reputation, just systematically going from place to place. You do hear someone say that, they think that they've seen them in the forest next to the manor, and the manor next to it is this huge forest. But you guys will end up reconvening as you guys get back together. You get the information from Valandor. You get the information from Alucor and Penny. What do you guys want to do?
Navarra. How?
None of them are answering anything. None of them have
okay.
any leads.
No,
and
no, darling.
I'm gonna
okay.
fight every one of them. That's
No,
it.
no,
That's
no,
it.
no,
That's
no.
what we're
How?
Why?
Question: how attached are you to the color of your cloak?
The colors of my grove.
Yes, because if you think about it, you're you're wearing red, and they also
You see like
Where-
a flash of like someone who's like they're about to see red. They're like, what?
red. Yeah, right.
That's
and
why. That's why. Leo.
They're
you're
scared.
telling
They're
me
scared.
They
Yes.
will get a reason to be scared now, and they're just like
No,
trying
no,
to
no,
walk
no, no.
around.
I'm gonna like grab your hand. I'm gonna like hold you. No. Listen. They're scared. They have been blackmailed and bullied, and it's you. You have a wonderful, and I love it. I truly adore it. A very intimidating presence. So you do have the air of someone who may be with him. And you're not, and we know that, and they know that now because
No,
I went
yeah.
around and I followed you and I told them that you are 1000% not a Redbrand and that you are actively trying to solve the Redbrand problem. But
Did they believe you in that?
they did. Did they?
Yeah.
They did. They truly believe it. And if you were to go back
a
and
slightly buzzed Penny or Leo telling them everything's fine, and they know you. You've lived in town for a really
Yes.
long time. Yeah, they
yes,
trust you.
they trust me. They know, and if you were to go back and have a conversation with them now, they would truly, fully be willing to open up. I guarantee it. It was just in the moment when you were alone, going around wearing red cloak.
Yeah.
Um,
I should have
I
thought that.
probably have some stuff in my house that
They're like clutching at their like cloak, and you see like all embroidered around and everything, like even their bracers, everything has like these symbols and things, and they're just like, yes.
I'm
I
sure
will
it's
say,
fine
like
now.
that.
Actually, now that they know that you're good and that you're with us.
Navarre,
it wouldn't
you
be a
also
problem.
realize that this problem will probably fix itself once all of those guys are dead.
Yeah.
So
They're
you
just
could
like
change your
they just
wardrobe,
like mess with it.
or you
Yeah.
could kill a bunch of bandits.
You know, that does sound really appealing right now. But they just for the moment they say, I understand, but they take just their cloak and they fold it. So they're just in their like sleeveless. It's probably more intimidating because it's just muscles, but it's still like yeah,
Oh, sounds pretty great to me.
just like complete trying to smile. How I imagine is Rhea Ripley, but anyway, they're trying to smile, but it's really like difficult, and they're just like, "Is this better?"
I
Wonderful.
think. Hold on one
Okay.
second. I think we might be prepared for this. 1 second. Am I? Am I? I think I am. 1 second. Yeah. Yep. Update. There we go.
Oh shit!
Sick.
I saw the
Oh my
token when they were
God.
making it, and they made one sans cloak, and I was like, I mean, we
They
gotta
have
have
the
that.
scars and the
Uh-huh.
like the tiger stripes and stuff. That's
Yeah.
really
Sick.
cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
Navarra just like folds it up and tries to put it back in their pack. All right, then we have some cleaning up to do, I guess. That way I can wear this cloak again.
That would be
Thank you
wonderful.
for going around.
Of course. Of course. Happy to do it. Thank you for.
Was there
Saving.
any? No, you're fine. That's part of what you do in a group, right?
You guys see
They're
Valandor
for sure stumbling
leisurely
through their
walking
words.
up, and you see
She's also stumbling over her words.
you see Valandor leisurely walking up, and you see Alucor and Penny running full speed.
What?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Well done, Penny. Well done.
Alucor joined a MLM.
Whoa,
You joined a
whoa.
marketing scheme.
I did not know. Penny has great jokes and just
You have to be careful what you
nudges
sign
Penny.
up for. Your name is very valuable. Don't
No, no, no,
give
no,
it
no,
out.
no, no. We all should join the MLM because that's where they all live. And it's
Yeah,
just
we
a
found the
house.
base. We found
Yeah.
the base.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
the Red Brands.
The
And they
Redbrand.
pretty much told him everything.
Yeah, everything
What's
actually.
Yeah, what's the passcode?
Really?
Elefarm?
Elephant.
When
Is
they
that
say
right?
do
Illifarm,
everything.
that's immediately that clicks with you, Leo. That is the name of an ancient elven civilization.
Why would it? What?
There's an elf down there.
Illithorn?
Mm-hmm.
There's an elf down there. Is Illithorn? How ancient are we
Illifarm
talking?
with an F.
Illithorn.
It is. Let me check the history document I gave you. I believe it is probably predates the time of the dwarfs and the gnomes. Prior to humans living in this area, sometime after the Netherese, the Illifarn Empire, which is the Empire of Elves, took over. And for a
Oh,
while,
I see.
Yeah.
I see it. Yes, I had it as a TH.
Mhm.
Oh. Illithorn.
Yes, and he mentioned that they're being armed by the spider, so a tie-in from
Yes.
a previous adventure.
Oh. Okay.
And there's a bugbear in there.
Mhm.
Spider.
And there's
Oh,
a dozen.
a dozen, including the bugbear.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and they seem in cahoots with the folks that we met at the Goblin Cave as well.
It's no good.
Ah.
They're actively recruiting.
Oh,
Yes,
Oh,
at
dear.
holding orientations.
Mm-hmm. We made
Right.
them tell it. We
What are
made
they
them tell us
recruiting
when.
with? Like
seems
money.
like a very organized group of individuals.
Right.
Mhm.
Great for them. I also found entrance, perhaps a side entrance or a hidden way in which they conduct their business. It seems it's underneath the manor on the opposite side of the mountain.
Okay.
It's
That's
good to know.
good. Bit more inconspicuous.
Yeah, perhaps that's how they, go in and out of this manor without drawing too much attention to its decayed state, which I think is, again, that mixed in with the orientation, seems like a group that knows what they're doing altogether, which is quite profound.
Terrifying.
So how do we kill them?
We're gonna have to be smart, it seems.
I know
there's
you
at least
didn't like my
dozen.
fire idea.
I'm coming
But-
around to it.
But are we
we
sure
do
that
have
this
the
is
oil.
all of them inside of this place?
At least
like
what we
we-
know from that particular member that we questioned, but I'm not sure if there's any more outside.
George,
Again,
Mhm.
the
from my knowledge of the town and just how everything's built on top of each other, is there a chance that like the basements and stuff from the manor would connect to other homes?
No, probably
Ooh.
not.
Completely isolated?
Well, only because of where it's located. The basement,
right.
unless they went, it would be unlikely because the manor's. Let me just actually remove you guys from the map. The manor's up above ground, so unless they went so
Oh.
many, like this is like
Oh.
2 stories deep. If they
Right.
did that, then maybe. But that would be that. If that was true, you'd be like, "Oh my god!" Like that would be earth-shattering. This would be one of the biggest, underground complexes in
Dungeon.
rural Sword Coast.
Okay.
There's definitely another place that they live because, or at least there's other people because the human-y ones are up in the house, but they did mention that there's other people who work for them that are not. Like the goblins, they can't have in the town. So they were somewhere else. So we don't know if this is like it, but
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you mentioned this is the human arm. I didn't like the sound of that.
Okay.
maybe so that they look less scary, or at least because they're pretending that they're protecting the town, but they're not really doing it. And
When
we
they
didn't know that they
mentioned
were.
Human arm and spider. You remember that the bugbear you guys fought in the cave answered to someone called the spider. Sildar mentioned that.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So the goblins aren't here at all. They're somewhere else.
No.
There might be more. We don't
Probably
know.
keeping their distance.
Okay.
They're
Did you
coming at it,
mention,
I think, from two angles.
Valandor, you saw goblin
did you mention
footprints.
goblin tracks?
There might be someone in the house.
Yeah.
George, sorry, you said I saw goblin footprints where I saw that entrance?
Yes.
Oh.
So it's possible that the humans might be going in and out through the house, but the goblinoids probably come in through that cave because, again, yeah, if people saw goblins up in the old manor, that's gonna freak people out.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd relay, of course, all of that.
Oh dear.
So they're conducting business within. So there is the possibility of not only the Redbrands being there, but bugbears, as you gathered, and perhaps maybe some more goblins. So we either trap them all in a place where we don't know how many hallways or pathways there may be contained within, or we perhaps draw them out. And on their way out, we douse them in oil, light them on fire, see where they go.
You lot in oil again.
What's going on with the oil? Yeah.
You know, I was never really a fan of it, but the way in which we used it inside of the Goblin Cave was quite useful. And
it is quite a tool.
I mean, at this
All
point,
I know is
I only want
they're
oil in
trapped.
everything we do.
We could.
I feel
If
like we
we-
should watch and see how many we're really dealing with. If there
Agreed.
is an entrance, well, we can do whatever we need to do in town. The search for the people that you said, things like that. And then at night, people who are able to scout and stay out can watch the entrance and see how many there are. If this is a place where they recruit and there's another place where they sleep, something tells me that that's where all their artillery might be.
It is. Yes. They're armed by the spider.
And if we can just take that away, that's one less thing we would have to deal with. But again, these are just theories, and I wouldn't know unless I see what's inside. I don't know what's happening.
Right.
I think that's
I just I'm nervous about trapping 1,000 little animals and hoping for the best. I'm great with my spear, but let's be honest. And they kind of like, you see the whatever 3 weeks of just wear and tear on their body, where they're just like, I still haven't gotten rid of this from the washout. Like, it's
That's only been
I
like a
think-
couple days.
yep.
Even more.
We're tired.
I think there's also the element of once they find out that there have been some of them that have been killed, they'll start to mobilize.
Mm.
So
It's just not
I
good.
agree. I think Navarra brings up a very good point. I think we need to scout this in some way, but I think we need to act fast. We either
Yes.
cut this off before it develops, or we engage with it as it continues to fester.
It's
We also
getting
need to
late in
find
the
out where the
day.
wife and son are.
It's getting
And
late
water,
in the
yeah.
day. You have a few options ahead of you. Either one, wait the night and hopefully they don't attack the town at all, or you can go investigate the cave entrance, or you can investigate the manor again.
I feel like
The cave entrance is interesting to Navarra, but time is of the essence, so that's why they're just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
What are we thinking?
This is such a mess. But now I don't think that it's we know it's not just a couple of bullies that have picked the town.
No, it's much
They've
deeper.
been sent by someone we've already been investigating. This is not a one-off, isolated issue. Which is terrifying because there are so many people here that just, defenseless.
Yeah. Failing does
Well,
not.
they're
promote
heading
the-
here,
the town.
so no, yeah, this is goodness. Navarre is just getting flashbacks of protecting an area right now. This is so horrible. They're just like, okay, fine. That's we need to goodness. And they're just like pacing. They start like drawing like a map of the town and seeing like the entrances from where the manor is to there. There says like this should be protected, and I think if we're going to draw them out, I feel like we should close that cave entrance.
Right.
Closing it would be good.
And then
'Cause
they
at
have
least
to
it
go.
would come out the yes.
Okay. Okay.
And I like that. However, how would we go about closing the entrance? Maybe
Indeed.
wielding some spells to blockade the entrance, or are we thinking something physical that we may be able to obstruct its path?
Crashing rocks. Yeah, something.
Okay.
Something.
Leo, you know in town is one moment. In town, if you needed to do something like that, there is there's two different places you could possibly go. One of them is the Camber Sisters. The Camber Sisters do like stone construction and masonry. The other place is the Phandalin Miners Exchange. It's more like a bank, but miners like the Camber Sisters usually kind of go through there.
Okay. Perhaps not spells. I don't believe that anything I could do, and I'm assuming, Alu, you're the same with what you can do. Causing a cave-in isn't as simple as,
Right.
altering small areas of Earth. However, there are a couple people we could speak to. I know Paris sisters that do a lot of stoneworking, and then there is the miners' exchange, and they might have some tools, perhaps some explosives that we could utilize. So either of them, I can take us there.
We could go and gather some explosives, set them up. Take some time right now, and the sun's still out, but it's beginning to set.
Yes.
Yeah, so we can go and hopefully before nightfall set them up in such a way where we take the night. Maybe when they begin to mobilize into the city while everyone is asleep, we can blow up this entrance and at least take them out at one path.
Right.
It does
And
make
those
sense.
people that you've talked to, Leo, if Penny can go and collect one or two people who are brave enough to stand with
Assist.
us,
Of course.
they must be
Can-
pissed too. They have to be.
Naturally.
I would be.
I know they are. Yes. Yes. We can go do that, and see who we can find. Right. Yeah. Okay. Oh dear.
Okay. No backing up now. We're gonna do this and figure it out.
So who's doing what?
yeah.
I can drop y'all off at like wherever you want to get supplies, or whoever wants to go get supplies, or do you want us to get supplies and you guys do something else? Anyone else can go with us as well.
We can also just split. One group goes to the sisters, and the other one goes to the exchange.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Well, the exchange and the sisters both offer kind of the same thing in terms of mining stuff.
Oh,
So whichever one you want to go to. There's also Sildar to talk to. The only other person you know of, Valandor, you know that the guy who runs the orchard, Endermath, he's a former adventurer. You've been kind of afraid to approach him because he's a drow, but if you really need help, he might be worth talking to. But yeah, otherwise there's Sildar and either the Camber Sisters or the Phandalin Minor Exchange.
I mean, perhaps we could speak to your friend at the orchard. Would I know him?
You know of him, yeah.
Yeah, there is a individual that we could engage with. There is a lack of trust that has not been built, and there is a distance between us to some degree. But we can always engage. At the end
To
of the
be
day,
fair.
if the Red Brands are going to burn the city, let's use every option we have available to make sure that doesn't happen.
We all had distance and whatnot between us when we first met. So, how is this any
Yes.
different?
I don't know. Trauma, perhaps?
Oh.
Okay, understood.
Indeed.
It's quite all right. Also, and I take out the crystal from earlier. I was observing this. I don't think this may be useful for somebody like me, but Leo or Alucor, you perhaps might benefit from this crystal. So I'll leave it to you.
This is the mind. Did I write it down over here?
Yeah, this is the... George, correct me wrong. This was the mind crystal, but it
Mhm.
was the empowered version.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Where are my? I had notes on it.
It
but I don't know
essentially
where they
does
are
you
now.
empower a spell. Sort of like
Yeah.
a sorcerer meta magic.
Oh, that's right.
So
and even
sorcerers,
Penny.
wizards, or druids, or any spellcaster can use it, but it essentially gives you the ability of what a sorcerer's meta magic can do.
So then as I'm
Oh.
holding it, I'll also turn around to Penny and I go,
Fun.
Yeah.
and you always seem to surprise in the most unexpected ways. So this is also available to you. It is definitely not for me. And I'll hand it to Penny, but then they can do with it as they please.
So, I did do a bit of reading on this, and it does feel quite useful. Ali, would you care to take it?
I could, but I agree. I think Penny should have it.
Okay.
Well, it didn't give me nightmares, so.
That's true.
Sure.
That's a good sign. We like that. Okay.
Stick in my pocket.
Miners exchange maybe because they might have some other, maybe the sisters there. I don't know. Do we want to go there or do we want to just talk to the sisters?
Who's making the decision? Let's do it.
Sure.
I'm down to go to the sisters as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to go as a group, or do we still want to split?
So, we can. Why don't? Do you guys want to go to sisters and Penny, myself, and perhaps Val? Whether you can go with us or you can go with them. Go around and just see if we can recruit anyone.
Sure, yeah, and then along the way I can stop by my friend, individual.
Wonderful.
So
Totally normal adult relationship.
So Navarra, Penny, and Valandor are recruiting people, and Alucor and Leo are going to talk to the Miners Exchange.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Sounds good. Okay, so I'll get to the three of you in a moment. Let's go to the Miners Exchange. You get there, and the Miner Exchange is, it's rather really nice looking inside. It's this place definitely. You realize it's more of a bank than it is like a place for miners to get like gear or anything like that. You haven't been here very often, Leo. You may have like stopped in once or twice, but basically, if you were to find something on a dig site that isn't that's something that's not historically valuable but could be worth money, like jewels or gold or things like that, this is where miners bring those kind of things. If a miner finds like a large deposit of gold, they bring it here and they'll receive cash for it in exchange for the goods.
Okay.
When you get there, you see a woman comes out. How may I help you? Leo, right?
Yes, ma'am. Hello. I'm
You see this woman. She's dark-haired, rather sly looking. Whoop, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. You know her to be Halia, is her name.
hello, Alia.
What can
this
I do
is
for you
my-
today?
Oh, I'm here with my friend Alikor, and we were looking perhaps for some explosives. I have another dig that I'm about to go on, and I am in dire need of some extra help.
Give me a deception check.
Oh god, I've got advantage on those. Words. Oh god.
That's a 2.
8.
What is it? 8 total?
8.
8.
Total.
You have a negative. I didn't realize you had a negative. Honey, have
Jeez.
you been drinking?
Yes.
Right.
It's
and
been a
this
long day.
dig, where is it located?
North in the mountains.
North in the mountains, and you need explosives to find
Yes.
artifacts?
No, just to open up the area. You know, I have a bit of magic, but it doesn't do that much.
Well,
Leo, if I may, ma'am, I'm a druid. I don't know if you can tell, but I've sussed out the area as well, and it's much more difficult to break ground unless we have these explosives.
the thing is, I usually need to document why I'm handing out explosives to people. I would need the information on the dig site, things like that, unless there's a different reason you're needing this kind of help.
Leo turns to Al, eyes wide.
I think Alu also looked to Leo, and then to the clerk. Ma'am, I'll be frank. How do you feel about the Redbrand?
They've been a bit of a nuisance in town. Are you planning to confront them?
Say, and he looks to Leo, hypothetically, if we wanted to remove them,
Then
this would help.
blowing up their cave entrance below their manor hideout would probably be a good idea. She
Might.
smiles as she looks at you.
But of course, we're just using it for a dig up north.
Right.
course, yes. Nothing violent.
No.
You know, hypothetically, if someone were to
Yes.
go there and capture their leader, this man named Glassstaff,
We've heard of him.
I have friends who would pay a good amount of money, 100 gold, for a man like that.
Oh my. Do you know anything else? Hypothetically, of course.
Right, this is all theory.
Would these friends know much about him? Then.
Only that he's causing a lot of trouble in the community, and I think me and him should have a chat. I would love to meet him and any correspondence he might have in his lair.
Hypothetically, of course.
Right,
Indeed.
hypothetically.
Well, it's too bad we're not going there. We're
Too
just going
bad
up north.
indeed. Although if you were, the Camber sisters do have explosives that I gave them, and if you tell them I sent you, I think they'll be inclined to return the favor.
Wonderful. Hypothetically, of course.
Hypothetically, of course.
Hypothetically, because no, we're the two of us are actually we're heading up north tonight.
Well, that
So
sounds
it's,
wonderful.
we will.
then. If
If
anyone
anything were to
asks, that's
happen,
where I'll tell them you are.
if anything happens over the course of the next 12 hours, we were not down.
Indeed.
Hypothetically, we are up north
Right.
in the mountain
On a dig.
on a
On a
dig.
dig.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much, love.
Thank you, and
Misha?
remember my hypothetical offer.
Of course.
Of course.
We'll keep it in mind, hypothetically.
Hypothetically, of course.
She smiles, and you guys head out the door.
Someone needs to count how many times hypothetically was said in that one interaction.
New drinking game.
It's like a
I
ding, ding.
accept it 'cause I need to too.
Take a shot every time
Hypothetically.
you say hypothetically.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
So you guys do that. Elsewhere, Leo, no, not Leo. Penny, Navara, and Val, give me charisma checks.
All right.
Okay.
I love charisma.
Oh. It's a 14. Oh no.
It's a 16.
21.
21, 16, and what did you get, Valandor?
16 as well.
16 as well. Why didn't your dice not come through? That's weird. Okay. As you guys go around, Valandor, you go to the Endermath Orchard. Give me one moment. I gotta just move tokens around. Okay.
Time to meet his very adult friend.
Yeah,
The
actually,
very
one moment.
relationship that they have. Colleagues. Colleagues.
Colleagues.
Esteemed colleagues.
Esteemed colleagues. And they're so normal about their relationship.
I have no idea who this man is.
Give me 1 second. Actually, I think that's a good place for us to take our break. We'll be gone for just 10 minutes while I get set up the next scene. And when we come back, the party will see if they get allies and then hopefully head into this hideout. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just 10 minutes to continue. All right? Be right back.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically. we return, and we start with Penny. You are back at Hooked on Tonics, where the proprietor of the shop is named Tumblewick Rollins. Okay, oh yeah, please, I don't want trouble. If you need a potion or whatever, I can help you out with that. And they put a health potion on the table.
This is lovely. So I don't know if you've heard, but we're deputies now, which means that everything that we're about to do is totally legal, and there is no repercussions that possibly could happen from the mayor. Just needed to say that. So, this is great. Thank you very much. I take the health potion. I put it in. We're going to be having a conversation with some people later tonight that might get heated. Yeah. Is there anything else besides health like, I don't know, maybe to make something like big or to make someone vomit? I don't know what you got. Is it just health potions? Love these, but thank you so much.
Roll one more charisma check or persuasion.
Yay. Okay, I can do that. Where's my board? Persuasion, you said?
Yep.
I'll do that, yeah. Please give us more. I got an 8. There's not a lot of drinks I can get.
Look, I have one potion in the back that I might have messed up. If you want it.
What was it supposed to be?
Well, I sort of blended 2 potions on accident, so
Ooh.
I'm not really sure.
Which 2?
One of them was a fly spell. The other one was a potion of fire breathing. But like, I thought maybe I could make like a dragon potion. And
that is so cool, though.
Yeah, right? It would be really cool if that worked like that.
You know what? How about I take it, and then I can tell you what happens?
Great! Yeah. I'm not going to be liable, though.
No. Of course,
Okay.
no legal repercussions.
All right, fine. Here,
Absolved.
he gives you, so you can add add it to your inventory as a custom item. It is a potion of flying / potion of fire breathing that may or may not work.
Question mark?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so take a shot of this and pray. Cool.
Yeah. So you have that and a health potion. That's what you get from your carousing and trying to get help. That brings us to the apple orchard. You arrive there. Valandor, and you meet the drow who runs the place. By the way, tons of apples. Lots of them, and like closer to your place than Leo's is. But again, it's all been about confronting this guy. His name's Duran Endermath.
Duran Endermath. And what do I know of him?
You know that he was a former adventurer, and you know that they're drow, and now they're owning an apple orchard. So I think you were maybe just intimidated to approach.
Sure. Looking at all the apples, just it's a bead of sweat. It's like, oh. But yeah, I'll just kind of go up and go. Are you Duran Endermath?
Yeah, you must be Valandor.
Yes.
I heard about you in town. What can I do for you?
It's pardon my distance. I usually go around and introduce myself to as many people as I can to reassure them that what I'm doing here is not out of any malice, but hopefully for the good of the city. And I haven't really necessarily stopped by here. So I apologize if I'm coming off a little forward, but we seem to be facing ourselves a bit of a delicate situation, timely matter. You know, the Redbrands in town?
Yeah, they've been causing some trouble. Came by here a couple of days ago.
Oh, interesting. And what did they want with you, if you don't mind me asking?
They asked for protection money, and they stole some apples, but yeah, I mean, there's lots of apples. It's not the end of the world, and I wasn't about to give them a cent. So I I've been kind of waiting for them to possibly come back.
Without saying anything, can I sort of ascertain that this individual's like very well off, like sort of like significantly wealthy of some degree?
Not that they're significantly wealthy. They have this orchard. It's not like huge though.
Sure.
But you think rather they probably are, they're doing fine as long as nothing happens to the orchard.
Right.
But he doesn't sound like he's looking forward to a fight with these guys.
Gotcha. Okay, well then we find ourselves at a perfect cross section. There was a couple of them that were killed earlier today, and there are some that are potentially coming tonight. The city is in peril at this point. If their behavior and engagement is to be consistent, then we can anticipate a lot of people may, I don't want to say perish, but a lot of people may find themselves in a situation where they didn't need to be because of greed and other factors. So I am coming to you in the hopes of ascertaining some information.
All right.
If you
What do you hope?
were to engage, if you were to engage with these Redbrands, let's just say you were in a position of clear advantage, but they have perhaps some prisoners deep within, and there are numbers that you can't account for. How would you engage?
Well, carefully, I suppose. Try to take them out room at a time. Try to make not too much noise to alert the whole place. You don't want them all swarming down on you.
Right.
Try to
Do
be
you think it's wise?
quick about it,
You think it's wise to funnel them, corral them all to have one entry and exit point?
I mean, if you have the numbers to withstand all of them, yeah, but I think it's better to just go in quietly, get the hostages out before they know what hit them.
So engage strictly with the hostages and try our best to not cause as much of
Or
a
if
scene.
you can bait them elsewhere.
Oh, that is true. Have you seen, perhaps, apart from their local hangouts, anywhere else where you know that they would gather or that they would meet, or anywhere in the city of that kind?
Just the tavern and their place up in the mountain, the old manor up there.
Right. Wait, question.
Yeah,
Just because I'm overthinking this,
yeah,
we just found out that they were in the manor hiding,
yes.
but he just mentioned like he knew that they were in the manor, like nonchalant. Am I putting two things that shouldn't be together? Meaning like he just sort of
He
told me like,
seems
oh yeah,
he's
I also know
probably
that.
well up to date on information and very
Got it,
observant
okay.
as well. Yeah.
Then fair. Then I'll just I'll go. All right. Well, I'll ask the group. Was there something else?
Well, you're
that
going
I-
for support, maybe to see if he can help you.
Right. Then I'll just tell him, very well. There is only a handful of us, and we find ourselves quite fresh in our abilities. Our skills have not fully developed yet to the way of engaging with the numbers that we could be facing. So the invitation is open, should you wish to join us.
Look, I can't help you with that kind of thing. I put my adventuring days behind me, he says as he walks towards his house. You probably follow him as he's
Yeah.
talking. But I'll tell you what, and he goes inside his place. And as he does, I'll just follow you along. You see inside his house, it's fairly dark inside as he goes, but you're able to see fairly well. He goes to this pair of boots by his bed. Tell you what, like I said, I'm done with adventuring, but maybe these can be some help of you, and Well, if you survive, maybe you can come and return the favor sometime. And he hands you these pair of boots. These are boots of striding and springing.
Oh, nice. Wow, this is very generous of you. I appreciate this. You said these were yours.
Yeah, I don't need them much anymore. Once I made it out of the Underdark and I got enough money adventuring to buy this place, I'm trying to just relax.
That's definitely the goal. Thank you, Duran. I just sort of like do this thing where I'm like trying to figure out like I don't want to overstay my welcome, but I also want to keep moving. So then I just kind of go. You mentioned the Underdark.
Yeah.
How much time did you spend down there?
Too long. I was born there, as you can probably tell.
Right. Okay. Well, sorry for not coming to you earlier. You've been an absolute help, and clearly my history with the Underdark perhaps is what kept me away from you for some time.
No. Well, don't need to be a stranger. You know, come by sometime. Maybe we can talk. I'll share a cider with you.
I appreciate it. Do you mind if I take some of these apples, or can I pay you for some?
Help yourself.
Yeah. I'll take like 5.
So you have a pair of boots and 5 apples, and you go running off.
No, yeah, I put the apples in the boots, and then I just carry the boots.
Okay, got it. All right. You are off and on your way back, and that brings us to Navarra. You approach Sildar and give him the news about everything that's happening. So, you plan on raiding the place?
I don't know if we have the ability to raid something without numbers, but trapping them, forcing them to come out the other side, and then, we would know the hostages are in there. They would come to the town, so why not funnel them? That's the idea.
Yeah, but the hostages in there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. How about this? You guys said you're going to blow the cave entrance?
Mm-hmm.
I can go in there, make a good amount of noise, try to get them towards me. Whatever
the
ones
cave
I'm able to
entrance?
pull towards me, we blow the entrance. I mean, it's got to buy you at least, 5 minutes to get in, get the hostages.
That's impressive. I didn't. Anyway, it's good. That's a good idea. Let's do that. Let's try to get as many numbers dwindled down as much as possible, and then you have to be clever. I think that's the only goal. They have numbers. We just have to be clever. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Sometimes that's the best you can hope for.
Yeah. I think if there are a couple of people in town who have pitchforks and some kind of thing, they can bolster up the numbers. But if we, they're saying all this, but also like impressed at this, like that they were just taken from like with goblins, and sitting here just ready to go. So like they tap on the table and they just cut off their sentence. Saying, "Are you sure you'll be all right to go?"
Yeah, I mean, look, we still gotta find Yarno and Gundren. If you said this guy's working with the spider, for all we know, they might be sitting in that place in the same cells as the hostages. So we gotta at least try.
Yeah. Okay. You tell me when you need to be carried out. I got you.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be ready. Elsewhere, Leo, you and Alucor meet up with the Camber sisters, sitting here at the table. at the tavern having dinner, you see is Kathleen Camber, her fiance Oscar Ninebow, and Ada Camber. And you kind of explained to them that Halia had like a favor request. Yeah, what do you need?
Hello?
Now we're gonna like look at his shoes and then look up. We need some support to get rid of, lean in close Redbrands, and we heard you might have some explosives that might help with that endeavor.
Cathlet looks at Oscar. Yeah, I think we can help with that. Do you know how to use them?
Alu will look to Leo.
Light fuse?
Yeah. Look to Oscar. Oscar shakes their head no. How about I come with you? I can handle the explosive part.
Are you sure?
Yeah, look, this is Oscar speaking up, who's a red dragonborn. Look, no offense, but if you guys get blown up, you can't really do anything about the Redbrands, can ya?
Very valid point.
I suppose that's true.
I'll handle demolitions. You can keep us safe.
Okay.
Of course.
Right.
Ada just looks at her. You're fucking crazy. Well, I'd rather be crazy than fucking stupid. Sitting here waiting for Redbrands to knock us over. They start arguing. They're very catty sisters. With that, you guys have your rough support. What would you guys like to do?
Is to you, George. I took the Hermit Feet and something healer's kit. Should I already have one in my inventory, or should I buy one from somewhere?
You should have
Would
one.
I have to buy one? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I add one to my inventory?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then that answers my question.
Okay.
Thank you.
What time is it right now?
Right now, the sun is setting. It's around like 8 o'clock.
Okay.
If give me a it's around 8 o'clock. What would you guys like to do?
We should probably reconvene and talk about this
Yeah.
together, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so stressed.
Should we bring our friends?
Mm-hmm.
A new
Kathlet,
additions?
Oscar, and Sildar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. So what's the plan then?
God. I'm so anxious.
We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine.
Navarra just starts drawing onto the ground and starts assigning people to posts. Like, all right, cave entrance. That'll be myself. Let's see, Sildar, and who else?
Oscar is going to break the explosives.
Oscar, got it.
Cathlet's gonna be rigging the explosives.
Cathlet's
I'll
going
just be
to
lighting
rig
the
the
fuse.
explosives. Understood.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's 4 of us then.
I'll just at that point with the explosives, I'll kind of chime in and go, I've been a fan of the explosives option, but I did get some information that perhaps if we engage with explosives and if we sort of, in a way, make a scene, it may prove a little bit more difficult to focus on just the hostages. I am still okay with this plan. I still want to go forward with it, but I'm just posing an alternate.
Mhm.
There could be a way of just, to whatever degree this may be, and I have these boots, so we may be able to see who might be benefiting from this better, from a friend, but we could quietly just engage with the hostages. We could try or find our way inside and get them out, and then if perhaps once we get the hostages out, then we can draw out the goblins and the Redbrands. We can blow up the entrance, keep them inside, force them to only use one exit. I'm just now I just find myself more worried now about the hostages if we engage with the
That's
explosives
also what-
firsthand.
Yeah.
Of course.
So that's also what Sildar is thinking. They want to go and draw them out. I think if they are sitting in there with the hostages, they're surrounding them. So
Right.
if Sildar can bring them out, let's say they pour out, people can go in and get the hostages. So
Okay.
it's just the idea of what goes first, chicken or egg.
Right.
Okay. Well,
And let's see, who can wear the boots? Who wants? I think you should. You seem possibly the quickest out of all of us.
so the boots, your walking speed becomes 30 unless your walking speed is higher, and your speed isn't reduced if you're encumbered or wearing heavy armor. In addition, you can jump 3 times its normal distance. So yes, I could benefit from it, but it is also open to anybody if anybody finds that they are potentially going to have a better time with it. No?
I believe most of
no,
us
I-
have walking speed of 30.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well, then I'll take it for the distance in my jumping.
Indeed.
Then, Sildar,
Yeah.
explosives first, or rush get the hostages?
I think let's get them set up so they can have the explosives ready. I'll keep watch, and when you guys are ready, I'll go in there, make as much noise as I can, and once they come after me, we'll blow it. When you hear that, rush in.
Okay.
It's gonna give you like 5 minutes.
Okay.
I think I'll leave my owl with you then, Sildar, just for some additional eyes from our end.
Sounds good. By the way, your owl is here. Oh, that is way too small. 1 second. That is very
Oh, it's a
small.
baby.
it's a little baby owl.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that works. Is that what you guys all want to do?
Will you allow me to attune to the boots right now, George?
Yeah.
Are we going to
It's
do
like a
this
short rest
right
to do
now?
that.
Okay. Are we going to do this right now, or are we going to wait until later in the night?
Waiting until later might be better for them to be asleep. Because we're trying to be stealthy.
Right.
Wait until like 2 a.m. when they're probably all in bed.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's like 6 hours from now?
Yes. Well,
So not enough time.
yeah, not enough time for a long rest. Unless, well, I would say if you want, you can give me a Constitution save or a Constitution check. I'll say if it's
Sure.
above a 15, you can squeeze in a long rest. You, Leo, I'm saying.
Okay.
So this is basically like
And-
everyone's getting prepped, and you're like, okay, I need to sleep. This is one of those tense moments in your life when you need to sleep the exact
was
number.
just given advantage. I'm using this advantage.
Okay, you were just you're given inspiration.
18!
Ooh.
18!
Okay. Yeah. So
Thank you so,
You, like,
so much.
drink
Papa
like a warm glass of tea, like to like soothe
Ouch.
your nerves. You rush to bed.
Yes! I get myself.
You get like this like solid sleep. Which, by the way, again, DC was high because I don't know if any of you had to ever do that, but for me it's a nightmare when I'm like, I have to be up in 6 hours. I need 6 hours of sleep. I will get 0 hours of sleep if that's the case.
Yeah.
But okay, cool. You managed to do that while everyone else is prepping. Everyone else, you can take a short rest if you would like.
Cool.
I'll assume that part of that time for Alucor and Valandor is spent watching the town to make sure there's no one coming. You do hear news that Redbrand Ruffians came into town, were pissed, and then left town in a hurry. So they're probably contemplating what their reprisals going to be right now.
Right.
With that said, you guys head there. Sildar, actually, give me one moment. You head
Oops,
there, and
sorry.
where is there?
Where is there?
There is right here. You guys head back to the manor. this is roughly what it looks like from the outside. You guys see that there's like a crumbling tower where the roof's caved in various places. Sildar and Cathlet and Oscar head towards this cave entrance. With your owl watching, you watch as they set up these explosives and prepare to basically detonate this cave entrance in. With that, though, one moment. Where is the ruins? Here we go. The rest of you, though, head back later. While they're doing that, you head to the manor, and you would find yourselves here as soon as I set it up. So your plan for burning down the place you see wouldn't work because of where you find yourselves here.
Darn.
It's basically the cellar. So if the house burns down, it would be noisy, inconvenient. It might get a little warm inside. It wouldn't break the stone foundation and kill everyone inside. But from here, you guys can enter if you would like. Are you guys ready to do this?
Should we sneak in?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Stealthy.
by the way, Penny, you were also given inspiration, so I'm going to go ahead and give you that. In one moment. Okay. Okay, let's see.
And then real quick, sorry.
Yeah.
So then what is the plan for us? Like, we're splitting.
Oscar and Cathlet and Sildar are making a distraction in that cave and setting off an explosion. The cave is about 100 feet away from the inside of this base. So they're going to have to run 100 feet there, find out what's happening, probably, deal with the explosion. If some of them get killed, so be it. And then from there, who knows how long it's going to take them to get back and then find you guys. So you guys probably have around 3 to 5 minutes once this explosion happens or once this ruckus is made. So, but yeah, you guys find the entrance here, and I will go ahead and bring us to the map. One moment. Okay. Let's see. Let's change the music up. And while I'm doing this, so yeah, Penny, you were given inspiration. Let me add that.
Nice.
So that's, I'm just gonna add it
Time
to
to
your
hoard it.
to your bar.
Time to ultimate.
I'm gonna collect these
know
like they're the
someone
Infinity
donated
Stones.
$20 earlier.
Oh, someone donated 20? What?
Yeah, but it was then and in chat they said give it to whoever's closest to filling up their bar.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think Carrie and Navarra are even right now. So
Yeah.
but I think they
one
also
moment.
just left chat.
Rock,
So
paper, scissors,
no. So it's duke it out.
Yeah, we can absolutely do that.
Fight!
Let's see.
shoot. You can have it, Maz.
Okay, yeah. That was from Lomlord, same person who gave the
Mom.
inspiration to Penny. So closest person to
just
getting their
kidding.
ultimate is Alucor. Alucor or Navarra. Both of you guys roll a d20.
I want Navarre to have it.
You want Navarra
Let's
to have
hear
it.
ult.
Got it.
Yeah.
Navarre needs a win. She's been drunk for 2 days. She's a win.
Navarra, you are $5 away from having your ultimate ready.
so close.
Oh my
I'll
goodness.
buy that. Is
Uh,
that cheating?
That's
Pay
hey,
to
I
win.
I
Pay to
can't
win, baby.
stop
Let's go.
you.
All of us just keep on playing. We all just have ultimates. Every single move will be an ultimate.
You guys head in. I'm just gonna
Nice.
place you guys there.
Through sneaking. This is great with my -1 stealth.
As oh gosh, as we're going in, Leo's going to touch the medallion around her neck and just cast mage armor. Because I don't like this.
Okay. You guys head inside, and as you do... Oh, and for reminders, for those watching, if you want to help any of our players, any donations or bits you give, you just put hashtag the player character name. So hashtag Alucor, hashtag Penny, hashtag Leo, hashtag Navara, or hashtag Valandor, and that will help them fill up their ultimate bars, which they can also use to give themselves inspiration. So we start here. One moment. Here we go. We start here. You guys come down. You basically hear the signal from Sildar. You know he's going inside right now and making a ruckus. So he's making a bunch of noise. Now you guys are... It's the most important that you're stealthy. So I would like everybody to give me stealth checks.
Oof.
Ooh,
I... Oh gosh. I feel really confident about Penny being extra stealthy, and just something in my gut, I think, is just like... I know
Got it.
in my gut, she's gonna roll a 15 plus her stuff.
Yeah, you remember...
I need
You remember, like, having a dream last night of you guys walking through this place, and as you remember that, you remember Penny, like, stepping on, like, this stone that, like, caved in and made a loud noise. So as you guys are walking, you just grab Penny just before she steps on that stone. So Penny, you rolled a 15 on your stealth. What did everybody else get?
I didn't fail mine. I got a 5.
5?
24.
Yep. 24?
21.
21? Navara?
The 5.
5. What did Penny roll before the 15?
I got a 20 unnatural.
Oh. Did you
Is there
wanna
any
give
way
the
to
15 to
I'm
someone
gonna
else?
give it to Navara. I'm gonna give it to Navara.
I felt bad. I was like, I
Yeah.
appreciate this gift.
You-
This
you
is
don't
so
have
nice.
to-
I'll do Navara.
You can wait until after they roll.
Oh, can
to-
I?
I believe so, with
Okay.
Portland.
I thought
You misremembered. The hair was different.
Yeah, I
yeah,
believe
yeah,
with Portland,
In
you can
darkness.
say it afterwards, but let me just double
Okay.
check.
My
Um,
severe anxiety dreams are about me, but this one was
Very
different.
This one was about Navara. Yeah.
Replace any.
Yeah.
Because you must choose to do so before the roll.
It says that?
And yeah, well,
Let me just double
you can
check.
replace any attack roll, but you must choose to do so before the roll.
Okay, good to know.
So it's like replacing it, but I don't know. It was kind of a spur of the moment. Everyone
Yeah.
started rolling before I thought about, oh, shoot, I should use this.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, it has to be before you do the roll. But I'll say in this case, you probably would have known that Navara, being a paladin,
Okay.
probably has more stealth than Penny does.
Yeah.
Fair
Perfect.
enough.
Thank you.
Okay. With
out.
that said, you guys sneak inside, and that brings us here into this room. What you see is you enter a room. The door opens into a 5-foot wide landing that's 15 feet above the large cellar. So like these steps go down 15 feet, descending to the floor in these 2 short flights of stairs. There's another door. You can see it. It's like right here below the stairs. And then you see that there's a door over here. And then there's this large cistern that's in the middle of the room.
Right.
What would you guys like to do?
Divide and conquer?
Divide and
Don't
conquer.
have a lot of time. So
Yes. Yes, let's be quick.
3 of
Yep.
us go to one door, 2 to the other.
How should we
Okay.
split?
I don't really want to split up with Penny, but I'd feel better if the 2 of us could use our skills. Divide and conquer also. I would say we're the least combat skilled, so 2 of us and 1 combat skilled person may not be the best combo. So
Okay. So on the left, on the bottom is going to be whoever's going for the door in front. On the top is going to be whoever's going for the door above you. who's going where?
I think Ella would want to go with Penny and Leo if they're going together.
Okay.
And I'll go with Val.
Okay.
Okay.
The two of you head this way, and give me one moment. That brings us. So you see that this door that's under the stairs, it opens up, and you guys can immediately head through. What about the rest of you? The three of you are heading towards this door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me one moment. Okay. Yep. You guys head towards here. Anything special you want to do?
I think right before they open the door, would that? Do you think the owl would still be within 100 feet of like where we are?
Yes. The owl. Yes, it's within 100 feet right now.
Okay. I would try to use the bonus action to just see what it's seeing, or at least kind of get a general feel of like how things went when the explosion went off.
Yeah.
If we're like hearing anything coming from that side.
I'm gonna have you roll a d20 for me, and this is gonna determine. It's gonna determine how many people Sildar is able to pull away.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we hope for a high.
14.
14. Okay, that's a good number. Okay, so let me just get rid of these guys.
Because there was 15 of them.
Yeah.
5v1 now. Let's go.
Well, we died. We perished, unfortunately. Looks like that one guy was a level 20.
He was the Hydra.
Right.
It was a Hydra.
Let's not give Georgia any ideas. I'm scared.
You would have to tell us beforehand.
You guys pull a good half of them out of the base. You actually saw that this door, it's like partially open because someone must have came through here quickly, and you hear inside, Penny and Alicor. You hear a familiar voice. It's probably those fucking people who like charmed Larry upstairs. They're probably like ambushing us. Well, with the bugbears heading out there, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Like, have you seen those guys? Like, one swing, they can just like take your head right off.
Ooh.
Alicor shivers.
I don't think Sildar's gonna make it.
Oh, he is.
I think he's in grave danger.
Oh god.
gotta do this quick.
How many voices do we hear?
You hear two.
Do we take them?
I don't know. We can able to.
Swiftly. We have to be
Okay.
quick about it.
Let's do it.
Can we, ready actions, or do we just go in and then we roll?
You can ready actions. What would you like to do?
Gonna ready a firebolt.
Firebolt, got it.
Yeah, Ella would ready the sabers and just start cutting.
Okay,
Mind
got
sliver. Yeah.
it. All right.
The first thing I see.
Go ahead and the one moment. Okay, the three of you roll initiative.
Oh,
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey.
a 20.
7.
I got a. Ooh, worse.
Okay, Alucor. You kick the door open. What would you like to do?
First guy with the crossbow, I'm swinging immediately.
That's the guy. As you rush in, go ahead and make your attacks. You do have advantage.
We got high. They're not dressed right.
It's gonna be like,
Hello.
hello, Larry.
Were you guys here for
Larry was the other one.
orientation?
Oh, it's
This is the
First
guy
one's
that saw
Larry.
us, that was trying to join
Yeah.
up. And was probably really sad about the fact that he didn't get it.
So go with a 14 to hit in the first one.
A 14. Yep, that hits.
Okay, and we're
Kick his
looking
ass.
at 7 slicing
Oh no, the
damage.
map.
Slashing.
You broke it.
The light.
Okay,
It
map's
burns my
refreshing.
gamer skin.
But you did 7 slashing damage.
Yeah, with the first
Okay.
swing, and then the second one will be from the
Yep, go for it.
offhand. Okay, should I still click to roll?
Yeah, go for
Okay.
it. The map's just refreshing. It'll be fine.
So these are advantage, right?
Yep.
Okay. First one's 13. Second one, a 6. 13 to hit? Question mark.
13 to hit does hit.
Let's go. Okay, and that'll be 8 slashing damage. So 8 plus 7, 15 total.
That's the guy, and you just slash twice, cutting him down, and he's dead. He falls dead. Close this. Okay, there we go.
I think with the rest of my movement, I'll try to get in front of the last guy, but like give space for spells behind me.
You get close to that guy. Leo, go ahead and roll your attack for Firebolt. And Penny, do you have to be in melee for Mind Sliver?
22 to hit.
No, Mind
Oh,
Sliver
that was
is,
Chill Touch that you were doing.
Chill Touch is the one that I had to grab people.
Yeah, right.
The nightmare spell.
Yeah, the nightmare. 22 hits. Roll damage.
4 damage. Fire.
This guy's just like, oh fuck, he was right, as you hit him, and he takes 4 fire damage. Go ahead and do Mind Sliver.
He has to pass an intelligence saving throw.
Yep. Intelligence save. He does succeed.
Ah!
That's never happened before.
Yeah, right.
I pushed the anxiety that I thought that guy was feeling, and then I realized, the other one's dead. So
Yeah.
I've just kind of given him just like a memory when he randomly felt bad about the fact that he wasn't getting hired from a job. I'm like, oh, you're not. I just saw color. On
If he
guard.
like shakes his head, does he take any damage when he saves?
I don't think so. I think it's
Yeah, probably
No.
not. Okay.
no.
Uh,
It's just I make him feel bad about himself for 5 seconds, and he realizes it's not him then.
That was Alucard. You can make another attack.
Oh, lovely. I'll be a 19 to hit,
That hits.
and that'll be 7 slashing damage.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck? And as he goes to grab his weapon and stab you, you just cut him down as well. He's dead. Okay. Elsewhere, we are out of combat on that one. There we
We're
go.
really good at this.
Elsewhere, Navara and Valandor, you start heading down this hallway. And what you see is thick dust covers the flagstones of this somber hallway. The walls are decorated with fake columns every 10 feet. And a double door at the end of the hall is sheathed in copper plate that's now been greened with age. You see a relief carving of a mourning angel adorning the top of the door.
Okay.
You guys just proceed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your
I'll
passive
have my
perceptions?
short swords out.
Mhm. Same, ready with their glaive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Passive perception 14.
14. Okay.
For Navarra, 12.
12. Great. I need both of you to give me. Never mind. I need you both to give me a dex saving throws.
Ooh. Oh, let's go.
Hey!
Nice.
Sick.
11.
11.
go.
So I believe that's like right here. As you are walking, you see the floor falls out from under you, Navara, and Yuko falling to the ground. Valandor, you're able to step back just in time, and you will take.
I can't reach her.
Unfortunately, not because this is all happening. It's like at the same time. 1 second.
For Navarre.
Okay.
First the water, now this.
That's going to be 5 bludgeoning damage to you, Navarre. And you
Okay.
land prone. You land prone. Valandor, give me a acrobatics check as you try to like skirt the edge.
You have the boots on, right?
I
You
do.
have a-
Actually,
you
oh
can
yeah, I
jump,
could just
right?
jump.
Oh yeah, you
yeah.
just jump. There you go.
Yeah.
You jump across. You can pull Navarre back up.
Yeah.
You guys make it to the other
Damn it.
side. And then there's these
Can we look at the door
doors.
before opening it?
Sure.
before they like look at it, if they're facing Val, it's like, you don't tell this to the other people. You understand? You keep it between us.
I don't know what you're talking about. And I just give her a wink.
And then they'll listen to the door too.
Yeah. Can we just sort of like look at the door, make sure it's not like booby trapped or anything?
Yeah, give me 1 second. You don't think it's booby trapped, but as you open it, you see inside there are skeletons lying on the floor, and it looks like there are 3 crypts.
And how many skeletons? The 3 of them?
There are 3 scattered about the room. 1 slumped there, 1 there, and 1 there. The crypts, though, these look like warriors. The crypts, though, look like they belong to nobility.
Oh. Can I take a... Can I take an apple and can I roll it on the floor and see if it like triggers anything, like any other, something that might cave, or I don't know, who knows?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
You roll it across the floor. I'm sorry, I said go for it. There's nothing for you to do. You
You're
roll
good,
it
you're
across the floor. Give me a intelligence check.
Okay. Yeah, it's flat 15.
15. There was something you heard about disturbing the dead, but you can't quite place it.
I just sort of look to Navarra and I go, best to not touch anything. Not saying that you will, but I don't know what this room holds.
And not to touch them?
Yeah, and the crypts either.
Okay.
And then I'll just sort of, make our way in. But I'd like to go to the crypts and see if there's any names or anything written on them, but very much like not touching them, not engaging with them fully on.
Yeah, you start looking for a name, and you see that there's like stone that's like worn away over time. But as you're looking at it, suddenly the lid burst open. They all burst open as you walk into this room. And in fact, they all very quickly stand up as the undead rise in this room, surrounding you guys. Go ahead and roll. Actually, hold on a second. Let me get everybody in this room. Okay. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh my god, they're all rolling at once. That was just the NPCs rolling their initiative. While that's happening, you guys go ahead and roll your initiatives as well. Actually, hold on, don't do it yet. Let me add you to the combat. Go ahead and roll yours. As you guys just get finished, you hear these crypts open in the room next to you. Oh no, that's a nat 1.
Failure.
Okay, so top of the round. Top of the round is the skeletons. 1 second. Where do we start? Yes, right there. So top of the round is the skeletons. Actually, no, that should be over 2. Okay, first skeleton, which one is that? That's this one here. It is going to attack you, Alucor. That's going to be... yeah, that is an 8 to hit, so that misses. I believe they only get 1 attack. Yep, only 1 attack. All right, so that's 8 to hit. Next one is this one. Will attack Navarra. It pulls out 2 swords and swings Navarra. I'm sorry. I don't know why I don't know why you get hit with things so much. That is
Maybe
going to
they
be
are
4
cat
slashing
people.
damage.
How much damage?
4. This one rushes towards you as well, swinging a mace.
God.
Oh God.
Oof.
That's why.
I haven't got my trading card yet.
We haven't gotten your
You're
trading
so
card
close.
yet. Yeah. That one hits for 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, they're down.
All right, Navarra goes down. That brings us to the next one. Right here goes for Alcor as it shambles up and swings its sword. Let's see. That will be 14 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay. That will be 3 slashing damage. 3? No, probably more than that. 5 slashing damage to you.
Oof.
Okay. And then that brings us to your turn, Alcor. You
Um,
watch as Navarra goes down as she's been stabbed and then hit in the head.
And the doors, the where we came in from, are still open.
Yes.
Okay. Oh man, yeah. Then I'll just kind of, if you'll allow me to, I'll probably just do like a whistle.
Mm-hmm.
And I would hope that Alucor would pick up on that, but very much just kind of like a getting his attention.
Yep.
And then yeah, with short swords out, I'll take I'll do it. Yeah, I'll just do 2 attacks to the one that I'm currently engaged with.
Okay. Yeah, you got 2 on you.
Yeah. Then actually, I'll do a hit each. But the first one, I'll go with. Here we go. Right. Nope, that's damage. Just ignore that. There we go. 23 for the first one.
Yeah, that hits. So that'll be 4 slashing damage.
That is, well, no, the first one it will be 9 slashing damage.
Oh, okay. 9.
Oh, sorry, unless you wanted to count that first one. I just rolled the damage because I clicked on the wrong thing.
You know what? I'm feeling generous because Navarro's already down. So we'll say it's 9. That's fine.
Very fine. Thank you.
Don't ever say I don't give you guys anything. That's your first attack.
Don't say I never give you.
You just
anything.
take it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You took our paladin away.
And that'll be the first one, and then the second one, it is also a 23.
Okay.
And then that'll just be a d6.
And do you want that to hit the
So-
same one or the one behind you?
The one behind me.
Okay. That one gets hit for 6. Okay. It's still, both of those are still up. That brings us next to this one shambles out. Give me one moment. I need to check something about these.
They're afraid of blood, so they're like.
And I have to
Actually, wanna lay
clarify
back
something.
down?
Navarra, this is really important. You didn't wear
no.
your cloak, right?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
that's very
wow.
important. Let me just update your token to reflect that.
Why?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I hate this. I'm in anxiety.
Alright.
This one shambles out and comes. Let me see. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna say, if it's above a 2, it goes for Alcor. I'm sorry, it goes for Valandor. If it's not, it goes for Navarra.
You should have put your cloak back on.
It goes for Valandor. So that one attacks. That's
Her
15
her
to
cloak's
hit.
right in her bag anyway.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Damage. Not looking great.
Jesus
8
Christ, George.
Slashing damage.
How many?
These rolls are
8 slashing
insane.
damage.
8?
8.
Woohoo! All right.
Who may have
Okay.
walked into something.
That brings us to Leo.
Okay.
You all 3 of you heard like thum 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 of those crypts opening right next door, and you Alcor, you hear Valandor's whistle.
We need to go quickly.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to. How far can I get?
10,
Through the
15,
room?
20, 25, 30 gets you there.
I'm gonna dash
Okay.
and
5,
just try
10,
and get
15,
in
20,
sight of anything.
20, 25 gets you here to the edge of the pit drop.
And I'm in sight of what's in the room.
Yes, you can see skeletons surrounding Valandor.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything that's a bonus action. So I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay, got it. That brings us to the last skeleton in the room, which is this one with the big sword. Will come up behind Valandor and attack as well. I'm real sorry. They're rolling really well as well. That is an 11 to hit, so that misses.
That's fine.
Okay, that brings us next to Navara. I need you to give me a death saving throw.
Uh-huh.
Nat 20s, baby. Let's go.
So 14.
14,
Hey.
that is a success. Awesome. That brings us to next up is Alokor.
Yeah, I'm gonna use full movement to get to that room as fast as
5,
possible.
10, 15, 20,
And then
25,
dash as well.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 gets you there.
Okay. As a bonus action, can I check on the situation outside real quick just to see what's going on? Or just like a general vibe
roll
of what's
a
going.
d20 for me.
Got it. Damn it, Al. It's a 5.
A 5. It looks like at least one of the enemies made it through and is attacking Sildar. But you hear, as you're like checking, you see from their angle this boom, and you see at least one bugbear get just disintegrated in the explosion as rocks
Hell yeah.
comes down on top of them, blocking the others. But that also means there is the ticking clock of whatever's happening,
Right.
and when those guys return. All right, that brings us to Penny.
Dashing and sprinting and getting
5,
as far
10,
as I
15,
can.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 gets you there. And that's full dash. If you want to get
Yeah, I
acrobatics
don't-
check, you can try getting across the pit.
I have enough momentum.
Sure.
I think I would.
Go for it.
I got a 9.
9. Leaps across, grabs onto the edge as they... And you're now, like, a hang in there kitty poster.
This is better. No, this is better than last time. This is better than last time.
That's true.
I did
That's
it!
true. How did you learned your lesson? What are you thinking?
Okay,
Oh my
that
gosh.
brings us
I
top...
have to commit.
Commit to the bit. I love it.
That brings us top of initiative. The skeleton in the crypt will swing on Alokor. Oh lord.
Valandor.
I'm sorry, on Valandor. Let's see. That's a nat 1. It misses.
Oh.
I'm gonna roll damage for it.
Hallelujah.
As it swings wildly for you, it hits this one, dealing 6 slashing damage.
Ooh.
That's one of the good things about being surrounded. All to your plan, of course. All right, this one. I'm gonna roll a d6 for.
Oh my god.
I have anxiety.
It goes for Valandor. I have anxiety. Okay,
You almost killed us once.
that is a 13 to hit, I believe.
Ooh, let's go.
Oh, no,
Good. No, nothing. No dice.
Let's go.
Get away from me.
13? 1 second. Is it a 13? No, that's a 14 to hit.
Yeah, then fine.
I'm sorry. I'm
You can
sorry.
stay.
Good stay.
Can you
Okay,
check the
it
donations
swings.
for me, please?
That is 3 slashing to you.
Woohoo! Okay.
Okay, next one. We gotta roll d6 again. That one goes and brings its mace down on Navara.
Can you check the donations just super quick? George?
Yeah! Yeah, did we get a donation? Yes. Yes. That's good. It still hits. It's still gonna try to hit Navara. It does have advantage on the. And by the way, you just have to put hashtag Navara.
Oh, I put help.
Yeah, don't worry. You don't
My
worry.
bad.
I'll fix it.
Thank
It's
you.
gonna roll at advantage to attack because she's down. That's a 12. I don't believe passes your armor class, correct?
Nope.
It
Nope, it does
swings,
not.
hitting the shield on your back, and you just hear a loud "ding" as it smacks into it. That brings us to next up. That's very lucky though. That brings us to this guy, who will attack. Where'd my map go?
Okay.
What is this?
Do I see that?
That's
Do
a
I see
nat
that?
20.
Do I see that?
Oh, no.
Yes,
do I
you
see
do.
that through the doors? That is just in my head. That is not what happens. I'm gonna cast Silvery Barbs.
Okay. You see this thing ram two swords into Valandor, and that like flashes to your mind, and you yell, "Valandor, look out!" And he ducks just in time. Let's see if he ducks in time though, because I do have to re-roll. So that is going to be.
Oh god.
Still hits,
Not a nat
unfortunately.
20.
But
Not a nat
it
20.
was aiming for his head. Instead, it goes across his chest. And that is going to be 4 slashing to you, Valandor.
I'm down.
Valandor goes down.
I'm gonna
yeah.
give advantage to. Oh fuck.
You might
I
want to
see
give it to
Navara?
Valandor.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to Valandor. Yeah.
Valandor, make a
I
death
don't know.
save.
With you can use advantage.
You
have
can use advantage.
Oh, okay. Ooh, nice. Cool and good one. 23.
23. All right, that is good. You make a successful save.
Or actually, no, I'm sorry. 18, not 23. Just an 18.
Yeah, that's fine. That brings us to this one. Swings on Valandor. Okay, 1 second.
my God.
That would hit. Valandor, you take 2 failed death saves.
Nice.
That brings us to Leo. It's your turn.
I'm gonna firebolt one of the ones that I see over Valandor, I guess.
Do you want to try
Try and
getting
draw-
across the pit?
Am I in range when I'm not over the? Actually, I probably should. I'm gonna try because I'd rather try and take some heat off of them.
Yeah.
Yes, I would like to
acrobatics
try
for
and
me.
get across. Oh god. Okay. Fucking shit. 8.
8. You like try to leap across and you get like oh my god, where's the map? Dang it. Come on, map. Sorry about that, everybody. I have a lot of modules installed into Foundry, and I'm sort of treating it like Skyrim, where you put so many mods in, it can break. That's on me. I'm going to try to remove some next week, so we stop having this issue. But yeah, you go to leap across. As you do, you like kind of get like stuck, and you realize like I can't make it. So you can go ahead and make a attack roll.
Okay. Where is my phone? 18 to hit.
18 to hit. That does hit. Roll damage.
6 fire damage.
6 fire damage. This one is the this one in the corner. So there's the one. This one right here is weakest. This one is the one that's going to go next.
The one has the one that's the weakest already gone.
Yes, it has.
Okay, I'll go for the one that's gonna go next.
Okay, got it. It takes 6 fire damage. With that, on its turn, it will go for you 5, 10, 15, 20. It gets here, and not minding the gap, it will instead stab Penny.
Ah!
It does so with advantage.
Oh no!
Actually, no. It's gonna roll a 6.
It rolls a 6 instead. It goes to stab Penny,
Just
and
gut
as
feeling
it
I've
does,
seen this before.
you like grab a rock
What?
and throw it, and it hits it. It misses.
This was
instead.
something I had an unfounded anxiety about in a nightmare, and I've seen it before.
Not a-
And now it's a very founded anxiety.
Very good. That brings us to Navara. You have an ultimate, or you can make a death save.
You know, I don't know what to choose.
Think about it. If you want to take a minute and think about it. That's fine.
No, Navarra's gonna use the ultimate.
Okay.
Art.
Yeah, you, as you're laying there, you feel that bang, and there's like a ringing in your ears, and this like primal rage comes out of you. You instantly are going to enter into your shifted form, so that's for free, and you will get back up at full health. As you scream and lunge back up, anger rushing through your body. What would you like to do?
Awesome. With their like shifted form in their ultimate, do they look a little different? Can they look a little different?
Yeah, sure. What do they look like?
Like whatever before, if everyone has seen Navara shifted before, they have that look of a guardian, a protector, someone who's there. But this vengeance and this anger comes out as like a beast of a ruin, and it is full, like scorching, what's it called? Burning fury. No righteous fire, vengeance like incarnate, and they are snarling, ready, and they're just going for throats, pretty much. I know it's skeletons, but that's the idea.
Which skeleton do you want to die first?
Oh, the one right in front of her.
The one right in front of you lifts up its mace, and you just look at it with this intense fury, and suddenly this one right here in the yellow lunges towards it and makes an attack.
Ooh.
Oh.
Interesting.
That does hit. And so it damages its ally for 7 bludgeoning damage. That brings us to what would you like to do? As you like feel this intense rage towards it.
I'm sorry. They are okay. They see the one that's like coming to attack the other one, and will try to finish the job pretty much of the one that is getting attacked. For a bonus, Navarra's just going to like instinctually, like if they've been working as like a pack before, they're going to be like attack the next one that tries to hurt me, just like as a command or something.
Okay, but are you attacking?
They for their attack, they will go attack that one.
Go for it. Roll for the attack.
Okay. I'm so nervous. Sorry. Whew. Yeah, that's an 8. I'm
It's
not
okay, it's
rolling.
okay.
You swing wildly and miss, but the thing staggers back anyway from the attack it just took. And actually, give me one second. I
Since
just
it
need to
missed
check
though,
something.
it does get a graze.
Okay, well, how much damage is that?
I think that's +3. That's
Okay.
my ability modifier. I think, yeah.
You do that, and actually, I just realized that these things have vulnerability to bludgeoning damage, so its earlier mace hit crushed in its head, so that one actually goes down.
Nice.
And we'll say that you do 3 to the one behind you that's attacking Valandor. Okay, that brings us next up, Alucor. Your movement, 5, 10, gets you there, 10 feet. If you want to try giving it acrobatics to leap across.
Yeah. Let's do that. Please, 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 please. 21. 19
Yeah,
plus 2.
you leap across like it's no big deal. 5. That was 10, 15, 20. So that's 20 feet. You have 10 more feet of movement.
Okay. I can see Valandor, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Valandor
Got it.
to
Nice.
get him back on his feet. I'm gonna roll healing on that. Okay, that's 10 points of healing for him.
Woo!
10 points.
Thank
Got
you.
Absolutely. And then for the action, I'm gonna take a swing at this cretin in front of Penny.
it. Go for it.
15 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Cool. And that'll be 8 points of damage.
8. You stab into this thing, breaking the spine as it falls to pieces. Penny, on your turn, give me a strength saving throw.
No.
How did you know that this is not my strong suit? How could he know?
How could he know? You, nice. Like you go to give like a thumbs up, and you slip. You fall 20 feet, hitting the bottom. You take
You die, explode.
8
Mission's
points
over.
of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
You.
Penny.
I'm at 2.
And you're prone. It is your turn though, so if you want, you can spend half your movement to get up,
Ow.
and you can give me
Can I
an
cast-
athletics
I'll cast-
check to climb out.
Can I just cast false life on myself? I don't
Sure.
like this. I want to feel better.
Yeah, absolutely. You're at
Oh,
half?
I like this feeling. Look at me.
Yeah.
I have 10 hit points.
Oh,
Joey.
you're past half.
I do.
Okay.
I'm past half. I
Okay.
kissed death's door. I waved at him.
Yes.
Still 8 damage to her.
Okay.
Like,
Great.
oh,
All right. Well, this is going well. This is great. Love this
I was
combat.
gonna heal myself.
Oh my god.
Okay, I
That
feel
brings us
better.
back inside. This one will once again attempt to attack. Alcor, you're prone, so these attacks do have advantage against you, but they're not going to cause death save fails. So
Cool.
that is going to be...
He should have overheal, right? Or healed up because of the
He's
healing word?
Yeah.
he's healed up.
But it won't give me negative death saves
Right.
from any hit or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So come at me, bro.
So...
Just come at me, bro.
Totally
don't-
not scared.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Let's go.
Don't
We're
tempt
doing
fate.
this scared.
I'm asking you not to tempt fate.
I'm so scared.
Tempted.
That is, I believe that hits. So that's
Yeah.
going to be, that is going to be 3 slashing to you.
Okay.
That brings us to the next one, which is dead because Navarra killed it. That brings us to the next one, which just took its turn killing for Navarra. That brings us to the next one, which will attack you as well.
These are. Can I intercept these, or they're just because it's like death saves, right? Or
No, I mean he's just prone, and so they're making attacks at advantage. I believe that will hit with a 24 or 23. That will be.
if they can for their reaction, they'll intercept.
Okay. As a reaction, what does the intercept do?
I can reduce the damage dealt by 1d10 plus 2.
Roll a d10.
Ooh,
Nice.
thank you.
You like shove yourself in, knocking it off its
Pretty
attack.
much.
It only is
That's a
able to
6.
nick him for 1 damage.
Let's go. Thank you very much.
Okay, that brings us to where's that one? Where did that one go? Buddy, where are you in the initiative? Oh, yeah, you should have went. Okay, sorry, I have to roll one more.
He's vibing in the corner.
Yeah, I missed them. My
Yeah.
bad.
Just kind of camouflages in there.
That does hit. And so that will be for 7 slashing.
I'm down.
Okay. You're down. That brings us. Give me a death save.
Okay.
Oh, actually, yeah, no, that'll be fine.
Perfect 10.
Okay, so you succeed. The one that Navarra stopped actually was going to do. That was this one, or that was this one. Yeah, that one would have done a death save fail to you had she not intercepted.
Nice.
So that's gonna instead do. That brings us to Leo.
Oh dear. Okay. I'm not risking jumping over. I'm staying on this side. I don't think I should.
If you do, you're gonna have disadvantage. Well, no, you won't because Penny's in the ditch. Never mind.
Hi.
Okay, hello. Please don't. Okay. Firebolting
Go
the
for it.
one that's super weak.
Yep,
23 to hit.
that hits. Roll damage.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Nice.
7 fire.
23.
And that one's dead. 7 fire. That one burst into flames and dies. That brings us to Navarra. Your turn.
Awesome. Let's see. The one right in front of her, is it still going for attacks or is it just
Yes.
like, okay,
This one right here.
then
in
that
the red.
is an attack. Yeah,
Go for it.
great. Then let's do this, please. A 22 to hit
That hits.
and a 12 damage.
12. Got it. Okay. You stab that one, and as you do, you like lift it up into the air, and your ally next to you like grabs onto its skull and rips it off the edge of your spear. And so that one's dead.
Wow. Hell yeah.
You know, it's just when the paladin starts telling the dead what to do, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh,
Um,
wait.
That brings us to Alacor.
Alacor, how many skeletons are left? Just the one?
Yeah, technically 2.
Okay.
One's what I
um,
said.
He's gonna move to the one. Actually, yeah, I'll move a little bit closer into the room and then cast a firebolt on the one hovering over Valandor that Navarre is not controlling.
Okay. Go for it.
Let's
What do you
try.
mean? This is so normal.
So normal, actually. So
are you
just
talking about?
paladin things, you know.
This, you know,
Um,
little oathbreaker stuff.
yeah, who knows about that? 17 to hit.
Yep. That hits.
Okay. And that'll be 9 damage.
9
total.
damage. All right, that one's dead. As
I'm
it
gonna-
reaches out of the coffin to stab Valandor, you just like lop off its head, which goes rolling onto the ground. Is there anything else you
I
want to do
think
on your turn?
How many death saving throws does Valandor have to make?
I mean, he's
2 more.
He would
successes.
Two
need to make
more?
2 more
Yeah.
successes.
2 more successes.
Okay.
Oh, I got this.
Okay. Got it.
Hopefully George won't keep fucking doing what he's doing.
Uh,
And I'll hold it. I'll hold.
give me. I'll say this real quick. Penny, give me athletics to try to climb out. Leo, give me acrobatics to jump across.
Oh boy.
The DC is low, by the way, guys. I've not.
13!
13's, yeah. The DC was 10. So you leap across just
I
fine.
almost got a 2. That's 15. I have a -1 to this. We are not athletic creatures.
Oh my gosh.
You guys come into the room, and Penny, you took damage, right?
I
Oh, yeah.
healed myself.
Oh, you
I
healed
got
yourself.
myself back up.
Okay, got
I
it.
did the false life thing, so I'm.
That's
I'm bumped
right.
up.
Well, false life, I believe, is temp HP. That's
Yeah.
very important. So make sure,
Ooh.
don't add it to your character sheet if it's health, you want to, there should be a
Got
thing
it.
for temp HP.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I
only
got
important because if someone
9.
else gives you temp HP, they don't stack.
It's stacked. Oh, it
Right.
doesn't stack.
No, temp HP, you can only have whatever the highest value you've been given. So if you had 2 temp HP and someone gives you 10, well, that's it. You're going to have 10 then. If you had 10 and someone gives you 2, it does nothing. Because it's basically
Cool.
like a shield.
Yeah.
With that,
Level.
you guys are out of combat as your skeleton stands at your command,
God.
Navara.
I'm gonna put my hand
Hey.
around Penny and just keep her behind me
I'm
at
gonna
the
help.
sight of the skeleton.
I think we missed it.
I'm gonna help Valandor back
Wait.
to his feet.
Go for it. How are you doing that? The healer's kit or
Yeah, let's use a healer's kit.
go for it?
Um,
I believe you have to
sure
just
I'm
make a
like-
medicine check.
with healer's kit, I think you can do it, or at least you can stabilize them without having to do the medicine check.
Okay.
If I'm reading things correctly. Yeah, as a utilized action, you can expend one of its uses to stabilize an unconscious creature that has 0 hit points without needing to make a wisdom medicine check.
All right. You stabilize them.
Um,
All right. You guys are here. You've made it through a whole 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms of this lair. There are 2 doors before you, one leading left, one leading right.
Don't think we should split up anymore.
No, I don't think we should.
George, I do have a cutoff today.
I know. I just need to find out what you guys are going to do next.
Shall we go?
Cool.
Just investigate, poke into the right first, since we already went down all the way that went, so it feels like it could just be a door.
Sure.
Mhm.
Let's see how we're doing on time, and I will check the owl just one more time before we move forward.
Yeah, roll a
Navarre's a
d20
little-
for me.
Okay. $12.
12. You are watching as Sildar is holding his own against one of the bugbears that made it out of the cave. And it's just
Ooh.
fighting this one bugbear. And you have Cathlet, Camber, and Oscar. Oscar's like throwing rocks at it, and Cathlet, when she gets an opening, swings like a pickaxe at it.
Hey.
But you know, if that thing swings at Cathlet, she's probably dead.
We need to move. Sildor's fighting a bugbear right now. Let's go to the right.
Ooh.
All right, who's
As they get
leading
up.
the way? Well, and you're stabilized, right? So you're still unconscious.
Can I give? I'm gonna give Valandor one of the potions of healing that we got.
Sure. Yeah, that works. I'll say if you want to add one of the charges back to your healer's kit, you would need it to do both.
Got it.
Okay, so you're healing him. Who's leading into the next door?
No.
Navara, yeah.
Okay. Navara, you open the door. As you do,
Fuck.
rushing at you very quickly are 3 goons. One lunges forward to attack, and it does so with advantage because they were holding an action for this, because they heard your combat outside. That's a 17 to hit, or 17 plus
Nope.
something. 17 plus, 21 to hit.
Okay, fine.
I'm sorry.
Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs. Okay. 1 second.
Sorry.
That's okay.
good. We need her
That
up.
does hit. It does
Crazy.
3 slashing to you,
Navarre gets advantage.
and the other 2 make their attacks as well. Let's see. Oh, that was 14 normally, but it should have rolled with advantage, so that's going to be a 17 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, and then the last one misses entirely. These guys all swing at you as you get hit once, but then parry back both the other attacks. And you can see inside are the 3 hostages. I'll just poke you in a little bit more so you can see. You can see is the mother and her 2 children held in a cell. And as you start fighting them, Valandor, you get up, and as you're healed, and your skeleton stands at the ready to join combat. That is where we'll leave off. as you guys just made it out of one combat and are hopping right into another. And we are hitting about the end of our time for today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for those who donated. We really appreciate it. It helps us make more shows like this, and it helps support artists who make the amazing art assets we use, like all the character art made by Karis Alexandra, or these tokens and battle maps made by Forgotten Adventures. We will be back here next week. That's actually a really good point there. We'll be back here next week. I believe we'll be without a Penny. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Penny's probably going to take it easy anyway, because they are on death's door. They have false life, but other than that, they have 2 HP. So,
Yeah.
we'll
I got a lot of gumption.
Yeah. We'll probably keep you out of the rest of combat. But we might, and I say might, have a special guest next week. I have to check a few things about this, but that's the hope. And on Wednesday this week, we're going to be back for Fears and Fortunes. That party, oh boy, they just found out they have to fight a storm giant ghost who is currently sitting in an island up in the clouds. And so they have to fly up there like thousands of feet to fight this guy because he keeps taking people and killing them. It's kind of messed up. So they are also going to be missing someone on Wednesday. So they have a special guest. Mir is going to be joining us. Really excited for them. They have a character. They have character art on the way. And so they'll be joining us as a special guest Wednesday. So make sure you tune in for that. And of course, we'll be here next week, hopefully with an extra guest. And yeah, thank you all for watching. And please make sure if you like the show, share it with people you know, leave comments on it. Tell people about it, or talk to us on Discord. Over at Discord, on Forgotten Adventures Discord, you can tell us what you think about the show and what you like or what you don't like or what you want to see more of. Or you can yell at me for almost killing Navarra and Valandor very quickly.
Yeah.
With that, thank you all for watching, and we will see you next week. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
And